had a fumble that cost him the game, and Hebron Christian ended up winning. But some tremendous games.
Kickoff presented by Zaxby's, and Brady Palma boots it away. It's going to be taken at the 4-yard line. Jordan Smith on the return across the 30. Jordan Smith might go. One man to beat. He's gone.
What a way to start the season. Jordan Smith, who I expected for us to be calling his name quite a bit. I didn't think necessarily we would be calling his name here on the first play of the game for a touchdown, but there we go. For all you Bulldog fans, get excited.
0 FG touchdown. Jordan Smith goes 96 yards on the opening kickoff to give the Bears a 6-0 lead.
And the reference to the University of Georgia fans is that this guy is going to Athens, and you can see why. Takes the opening kickoff all the way to the house.
How about light you up on the opening play of the game? You're right. Georgia Bulldog fans excited about that. He's rated as high as the number 6 safety in the country, and not a bad kick returner either, obviously. And Hoko on the board to get this thing started. Harrison Ludwig is their kicker. Yash Patel the holder. Kick is down, and the kick is up and good. And Houston County, 20 seconds into the game, has a 7-0 lead. The extra point brought to you by Eccles and Johnson.
Unbelievable. I think the quote, we were talking about Jordan Smith this week. The quote was, he kind of can make the impossible plays look possible. And that, taking the opening kickoff for a touchdown is kind of one of those impossible plays. And not only the opening kickoff, the opening play of their season. I mean, you would hope that's a sign of things to come for Houston County. Unbelievable.
Electrifying way to start the season with the big kick return touchdown from Jordan Smith. And now Houston County will turn around and kick off the ball. And Harrison Ludwig, who just kicked the extra point, will tee it up and let it go. Presented by Legacy Structures.
Matt, what do you think of the theory of, we had a little bit of a delay to start the game. The players were out there on the field, on the sideline, just kind of killing time. And then after the delay, boom,
little pooch kick. It's going to be
a live ball.
It's going to hit at the 28 and be fielded at the 26. And a big hit right there.
Well, Brookwood was fortunate that took a good bounce, because if that ball bounced the other direction, I think that's Houston County's football.
Watch Demarion Morris with the big hit right here. Boom. I think Houston County's ready to play football.
They are definitely ready to play football. And that's one of the things you can typically count on from Houston County. They're very well coached. They're very well developed, making their presence known early.
The starting offense brought to you by Rome Floyd Chamber, and Braden Tyson is the guy to keep your eye on there. Number 24, 4-star, rated as high as the number 12 running back in the class of 2027. A lot of people want to get a hold of that guy right there. And a nice run by Tyson to get this game started. Big number 74, Caden McKenzie, helping him up. They've got 3 guys, McKenzie one of them, over 300 pounds on their offensive line.
Well, you got some big fellas on the O-line and some big fellas on this D-line. What a matchup this is going to be.
Chapman, nice ball out of the hands of Gary Chapman. That's the other story. Brand new starting quarterback for the Broncos. Gary Chapman, the 6'1", 190 junior, replacing C.J. Franklin, the senior from a year ago. That's a nice ball.
That was a nice ball.
Got a lot of zip on that thing.
And he was looking for his kind of speedy receiver here. If you look here, just overthrew him. He was looking for Will Hagelgan. How do you say that, Matt? Hagelgan.
3rd down and 8. Chapman fires again, a rope to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a first down.
Nice throw by Chapman now. I mean, that was he delivered a fastball there on that throw.
Yeah, his first 2 got a lot of zip on him.
Watch
that
this.
Pass going to Ammon Womble.
And he went down to his second read and, looked good. And again, this is a first-year quarterback. He's a senior, first-year starter. He's somebody who really developed throughout the spring and somebody they feel really good about going into the season. And he's looked pretty good here. starting off here in this first possession for Brookwood.
2 quarterbacks removed from Dylan Lonergan, the highly rated quarterback who first went to Alabama and now at Boston College. 2nd down. Handoff goes to Tyson. Tyson's got some room to rumble across the 40. Tyson all the way down to the 25. He's going to be a load.
Well, you know, and this is not me making this comparison. This is his coaching staff and whatnot. But he has a little bit of this Derrick Henry physical style way of running. And you can see here and on the graphic, I mean, this is a guy has run over 2,000 yards. I mean, my goodness.
He has 21 plus offers, including Georgia, South Carolina, and Ole Miss. Little spin move by Tyson and falls forward to the 23-yard line.
So he's going to have his pick of pretty much, if you have Georgia, Ole Miss, etc., that are kind of in the conversation.
Yeah, those are just the 3 that are considered at the top of the list. He's got a long list.
Oh, yeah, the list goes on.
If he wants to choose outside of those 3, he's got plenty of choice. He got anybody pretty much he wants to go. If he could call up and say, I want to play football for you, and they'd be like, come on.
Well, he definitely looks the part. Seeing him in person.
Chapman running option. Fake the pitch. Chapman going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow. What a play here, folks. Wait till you see this replay. And this is definitely a play that Houston County is going to want to have back here. But watch this.
A little shake and bake right there.
Man.
Broke some ankles.
Oh.
Wow.
They will be showing that play on their 2025 highlight reel all year long. What a play by Gary on that one. My goodness.
PAT. And Palma puts it through. We're tied at 7.
Man,
PAT is brought to you by Eccles and Johnson.
We got a game, folks.
Indeed we do. Haven't seen much of Gary Chapman. What I've seen, I love. Touchdown run. Tied at 7.
Dangerous heat is the word from city leaders here.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
As we make our way closer to the house, you can see the windows.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Right now, rescue crews are continuing their search for survivors.
The free Local News Live streaming app. Search LNL on your TV, on your phone. Local News Live. Your nation, your neighborhood. Always streaming, always free.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Sheet metal is a smart move. And by the Georgia Army National Guard. Live here, serve here, work here.
Impressive 7-play, 72-yard drive for Brookwood the first time they touched the ball, capped by Gary Chapman's 24-yard touchdown run. We have the makings of a 56-48 shootout.
If you like points, strap in because we might be seeing a lot of it today. But impressive first drive for Brookwood. And I really like what we saw from Chapman.
And this is one way to neutralize Jordan Smith, kick it over his head and into the end zone. So Houston County will bring it out to the 20-yard line and go on offense for the first time today.
Well, I love the way Brookwood responded. You know, it's easy to have an opening kickoff taken back to the house against you and kind of lose a little bit of your momentum, which you thought coming into this game you might have, and they responded, and here we are 7-7, and we are just over 2.5 minutes into this game.
Here's a look at the Houston County offense, and the big story is A.J. Hill's no longer there. He's now at Memphis. Ryan Maxwell, the sophomore, is the first-year starting quarterback. Stinson, the running back, close to 1,000 yards on the ground last year, and Conciero and Mathis are highly recruited and highly rated wide receivers.
Well, one of the things I'll point out here.
Ball goes to the outside for a completion. Good start for Ryan Maxwell as he gets the ball to.
Well, here's what I want to point out, Matt, is so Ryan Maxwell, our quarterback here for Houston County, he is a sophomore. And if you are a sophomore starting at quarterback at Houston County, then you are quite the prospect, in my opinion.
So second down, carried by Stinson as he dives forward to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Stinson slow getting up.
There's just a real great lineage of quarterbacks and how Houston County has really a developmental program that if you are starting a sophomore, you got to feel really good about this kid. And I'm excited to see how Ryan responds to being the starter now. And one of the things that we heard this week is just how confident he is. And that's saying a lot if you're confident as a sophomore at a program that is no slouch year in and year out.
Yeah, they've had a great run of quarterbacks. Antoine, A.J. Hill, of course, Jake from State Farm before that. Jake Fromm, of course.
Yep. And he was obviously made his stamp on Georgia high school football when he was leading this program. But yeah, I mean, I want to see how Ryan, when he faces some adversity today, how does he respond? Is he trying to force things in there? How calm does he maintain himself throughout the game? And this Brookwood defense, I mean, they have some players here. I mean, we've got some guys that are, in the secondary that are going on and playing at Louisville and Western Kentucky, and I mean, they've got some real good prospects. So let's see how Ryan handles it all.
3rd down and 5, ball up to 25. Maxwell goes on the slant route, incomplete, going to Conciero, and it's going to be 4th down.
Well, there you go. I mean, that was, that's his big target that he was going for there, and Conciero, and looked like the two of them, their timing was just a little bit off there, and unfortunately for them, they're going to now have to punt, and here comes the Houston County punt team.
Threw a 4-yard pass completion to him earlier in that series. That time could not connect. And this is one of the issues, and it's not a bad issue, but it is an issue nonetheless for Houston County. They play so fast on offense. If they go 3 and out, their defense is back out there really quick. The good news for Houston County this year is I believe their defense might actually be ahead of their offense at this stage of the season. They got 3 all-state players on that defensive side of the ball.
Well, Matt, how about that punt? That was another. We had a couple of good kickers and punters in that last game that we had, but this guy here, Harrison
Ludwig,
boy, he just booted one.
He's the returning kicker, first-year punter, so he's added both duties here this year.
He's another one of these guys that you can go ahead and consider a weapon.
So 1st and 10 for the Broncos. They get the ball back in a 7-7 game as they take over at the 35-yard line.
Well, let's see if Houston County's defense really adjusts at all here based on some of the looks they got from Brookwood in that opening drive.
Chapman will hand off to Tyson. He gets met right there in the hole by Jordan Smith. Actually, that was not Jordan Smith. That was 6 instead. That was Jace Jordan. Jace Jordan, their linebacker.
Well, he jumped right up in there. And it's not easy to stop this Brookwood ground game for just a yard, and Houston County did there. Yeah, Jace Jordan, he's one of those guys that is already committed to play at Samford now. Plays in that linebacker spot, and we'll call his name a few times here today.
Chapman fires a bullet at the 42-yard line. Incomplete. Good coverage right there by Zion Paul. And like I said, the strength of this Houston County team right now might be their defense, and in particular their linebacking core, where they bring back 4 starters in the linebacking core.
And that's unusual for a program to bring that many linebackers back. But, you know, they got some experience there in the middle of the field, and now it looks like they've settled in a little bit. Let's see. They got a little bit of an extravagant look here defensively here on this third down.
3rd down and 8, and Chapman rolling and throwing and out of the hands of his target at the 44-yard line.
So a little bit of an exotic look there from the Houston County defense, and you'll see it here on the replay. And it basically took it really took Chapman off his spot there and had to get rid of the ball and fell for incomplete. And now Houston County is forced a punt for Brookwood.
Steph loved the intended target, so now Palma's out there to punt. Palma standing at his 22 to kick.
He's another one of these guys, from what we understand, has a pretty strong leg. So let's see what he can do here.
Shorter kick, but it does take a Brookwood bounce and a nice additional bounce on top of that as it rolls dead at the 19-yard line. So they end up getting a good bounce out of that. And Houston County getting ready to go back on offense at the 19-yard line. Breda Pest Management knows your house inside and out with a customized treatment plan that stops any bugs and critters. Breda does it right, protecting the inside and outside of your home. It's the bugs inside your house that you want gone. Breda, they handle bugs and critters.
Critters of all sizes.
That's correct.
All right, well, Houston County's defense did their job. Let's see if the offense can get it going here on this second possession.
Maxwell throws the ball complete. That's a 1st down and more for the Bears as the ball goes to their tight end, Joshua Pettigrew.
Oh, I like Pettigrew's size now. Pettigrew's big kid. Look, watch him when he gets out here. Yeah, he's a big fellow.
What's not to like about 6'5", 230? Maxwell to the air again as Conciero breaks open and can't come up with it.
Yeah, and there's a late flag. And I was going to say, it looked like they got a little bit tangled up. I think this is going to be the right call here. It was just enough to throw the timing of that route off, which led to the incompletion.
Angel Bonet is going to be our referee here today. Did he call pass interference or hold?
He called pass interference was the call.
Could have been one of the
other. That probably could have gone either way. But that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and now takes them on the other side of the 50. So Houston County's moving the ball. There it is. There's the flag. Yeah, so he kind of held his left arm there.
Actually, that was not a bad penalty to take, because if he doesn't, it's going to be 6 right there.
That could have been touchdown.
He might have saved a touchdown by doing that.
Well, and
we never endorse taking penalties, but he might have saved a touchdown right there.
Well, in some ways, I actually thought he might have even gotten away with it, because it was a late. The flag didn't come in until late.
1st and 10 Bears. They go to Mathis this time. Actually, that's not Mathis. I don't think.
That's J.T. Thomas.
J.T. Thomas, unless they've changed numbers on us, which happens every once in a while in a season opener. So J.T. Thomas, Jeffrey Thomas, their 5'10", 147 junior, making that catch.
And he's one of those ones they're going to start to try to get involved a little bit more, and that play clearly was designed for him. And let's see if they continue to try to go for him throughout the day.
2nd down and short from the 40-yard line.
It looks like they're going to blow one of their timeouts here. So it just looks like there might have been a little bit of confusion offensively on what the call was and whatnot, and just decided to go ahead and kill one of their timeouts here right now.
Here's a look at the Houston County resume. It's brought to you by Smart Local 85. Jeremy Edwards, their head coach in his 4th season, 27-11. They were 8-5 a year ago. Made a nice little run in the playoffs until, of course, they ran into the Milton Eagles. They lost to them in the quarterfinals. They've had at least one playoff game in each of the last 4 seasons under Coach Edwards. But here's a little interesting factoid. This is a strange bit of truth here about Houston County. They have not had a home playoff game since 2015. Their last 13 playoff games have all been on the road.
Wow. That is an incredible stat. One thing you can count on, though, is every year they're going to be in the playoffs. I mean, that's you can almost book that.
And they've gone 7-6 in those 13 games, which is a good number considering you're playing on the road. Ball goes to Thomas again, and Thomas jitterbugs down to the 32 and picks up the first down.
And Matt, I obviously don't want to jinx anything for Houston County, but with what we've seen here today and some of this talent that's on the field, I think they're going to be in the playoffs again this year. I think you can go ahead and count on that.
Oh, yeah. I would say so. Right up the middle, Maxwell.
Nice job.
Sees the C's partying and takes advantage of it, and then there's going to be a late hit on top of that.
Wow. Well, we talked a little bit about Ryan Maxwell's confidence and how self-assured he is. And, yeah, they're going to call that a late hit. And look at Brookwood knew it, number 3.
Yeah.
He knew it after he did it. That was not good.
Yeah, Dayron Gross grabbed his helmet. He knew that he was late on that hit. Tried to slow down and just made contact with Maxwell on the ground, so they're going to tack on here.
Now, the officials are talking about it. Are we picking up the flag? Good ball. Personal foul. Late hit. The official's mic is out, so I'm just reading lips.
They just had to take off their shoes so they could do the counting.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
I'm just joking.
They had to figure out that math, but they got it figured out.
It's 15, so they can't just use their fingers.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, folks. So 1st and 10, ball at the 13-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 12.
Weston Ard on the Wildcat. Ard's one of their great linebackers, all-state linebacker committed to UConn, and they like to do this with Weston Ard when they get inside the red zone.
And here comes Maxwell, the starter. Came off the field for the Wildcat play. Now he's coming back in there.
Yeah, they're going to keep Weston Ard out there as well, just turning
Gain
into a blocker.
2nd down.
And that turns it to 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 8. Mathis goes in motion behind the line. Maxwell hit as he throws and incomplete, nearly intercepted inside the 10.
Lucky that wasn't intercepted. That was a lot closer to a Brookwood player than it was a Houston County player. And you'll see here, oh boy. That was close.
Yeah, Daniel Diggs, the linebacker, nearly had the pick. See big number 54, Zayden Zeus Walters, 6'3", 320, a 3-star interior offensive lineman. He's committed to Western Kentucky. And they're in the red zone is presented by Iron Workers Local 387.
Anybody with the nickname Zeus.
Yeah. Probably don't want to mess around.
No.
With him. Definitely don't want to take his lunch.
Oh, fumble.
Maxwell had to get down on top of that.
Now there's some confusion here because the Houston County sideline was trying to call timeout. The official wasn't giving them the timeout. So that's what caused the quarterback center fumble. And the play counted. So they did not get the timeout. So that sets up now 4th down, 13. It looks like they're going to bring on the kicking unit. So Houston County is going to try to take the lead here with this field goal kick. After after Coach Edwards did not get the timeout he was looking for.
So Harrison Ludwig right in the middle of the field. This will be a 32-yard attempt.
Now a timeout. Now
apparently they didn't tell the Broncos. They come crashing through the line.
Was this an official's timeout or is this a Houston County timeout? Oh no, they're saying it's a penalty.
Delay a game penalty against the Bears.
Goodness.
So now it will be a 37-yard field goal attempt.
My goodness. So the discombobulation here has continued here from 3rd down to 4th down. And there's clearly some type of communications issues going on between either the coaching staff or the players over in Houston County. So now this is going to set up, Matt, what, a 37-yard field goal.
Snapper is Garrett Berryhill. They get the snap down and the kick's on its way, and the kick is going to be no good.
Plenty of leg. He just shanked it to the right. So Brookwood stands, but now a late flag. A late flag has come in.
Yeah, at the 32-yard line.
What is this?
Don't know.
I mean, I don't think there was any type of running into the kicker or whatnot. Was it some sort of taunting penalty after the missed kick? All we could do is speculate here now, but we'll get the call. Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, which is Brookwood in this case, half the distance to the goal, but they do get the ball.
After the play.
Yes, so Brookwood gets the ball.
So clearly there was some type of taunting penalty to the kicker or holder or something along those lines.
Yeah, they were being naughty.
And which, for Brookwood's case, luckily this will allow them to keep the ball, but now it's going to back them up in their own end quite a bit.
So now the Broncos take over after the missed field goal by Ludwig, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Bryce Green now in there at running back. He's a totally different running back than Tyson, and they missed the handoff. And Chapman in trouble, going to go down back at the 1-yard line.
Now there is a flag, so they're going to mark them down at the about 1.5-yard line. There is a flag, and I don't know, but maybe a face mask of some sort.
We'll wait and see.
Let's check the replay here.
I told you Bryce Green was in there at running back, a different running back. Chapman went one way and Green went the other. So somebody made a mistake.
So I saw maybe a bit of a horse collar potential.
Chapman ended up losing his helmet, which would lend itself to the face masking penalty, and then they ripped his helmet off.
Which, if you're Houston County,
don't want to do that. I mean, you got him back at the 1-yard line. Face mask, and it is on Houston County.
Wow. What a break for Brookwood. What a break. I mean, you go from 2nd down and a country mile.
Well, it's back at
on
the
your 1, and now you're going to have first and 10 from, let's see, whoop, whoop, whoop. We're going to the 25.
Yeah, they're marking it off from the line of scrimmage.
That was a 25-yard penalty.
Yep. And a first down.
And
a major bailout.
My goodness. Now, obviously there was communications play. Somebody went the wrong way there for Brookwood, but this Houston County defensive line.
Bryce Little gets his first carry of the game, gets dropped for a loss back at the 23-yard line.
Watch number, for the folks at home, watch number 99, Jacoby Bryant, this big D lineman for Houston County. I feel like he has been in on several plays already in this game, and there he is again, showing up. You know, he's one of their guys that's returning for this year. He's a senior, probably one of the more productive D linemen from last year's team. Already making his presence felt in a big way here early on here in this first quarter.
3rd down and 10, ball sitting at the 25. Brookwood hasn't been able to get their offense going here on this series of downs so far. Chapman fires far side and overthrows his target out there, Hagelton. And it's going to be 4th down.
Well, now after some fireworks there early on in the game, both teams are starting to kind of settle in now a little bit.
I prefer the fireworks myself.
Yeah, well, for a while there, we thought it was going to be 56-49. But now after some early explosive plays, now both teams are settling in and starting to get their feet underneath them here as we kind of tick away here in this first quarter.
Palma on the punt, gets it out of there. That's a nice kick. And they kick it away from Thomas. And it's going to roll dead finally at the 26-yard line, and that's where the Bears will go back on offense.
Well, nice punt again. Brookwood. From man Palmer.
So we've had some big plays. We had a 96-yard kick return from Jordan Smith for the Bears on the opening kickoff. That's their 7. Gary Chapman, a beautiful fake on a pitch and kept the ball himself and ran it in from 24 yards out. That's the Broncos' 7 points.
So it looks like, okay, so they're starting out here 4 wide.
Maxwell hands off. It's Javian Durham on the carry. Remember, Stinson got hurt on that opening series. So Javian Durham, who's a good running back himself, their number 2 running back.
Well, and he's coming back from injury himself, right? So he's probably pretty excited to be able to get back there and see the field again after being banged up before. And Durham's the senior.
Yeah, Durham had a leg injury last year. He came back late in the season, but he was never 100%. So you're right. He's probably very anxious to get this season started.
Got an off season, behind him, and has an opportunity to be another added weapon here to this Houston County arsenal.
2nd down and 6 from the 30. It's Pettigrew in motion. They hand off to Durham, and Durham gets wrapped up and going backwards. Big defense there from the Broncos, and Xavier Pfister, their junior defensive end, a returning starter.
Well, that's going to set up now. It's going to be third and 5. And this is where you probably would like to see Maxwell take advantage of one of his big targets. He's got a few of them, from a size standpoint in the tight end and wide receiver core. Let's see if he goes to one of these guys.
3rd down and 5. Ball goes to Mathis. MJ Mathis, their top returning receivers, over 60 catches last year. And Mathis is committed to Sanford. He's got the 1st down.
Well, you could see clearly, they were kind of thinking the same thing I was thinking. Let's give it to one of our big bodies, have him go over the middle and go get it.
Maxwell fires in the middle and missed his target, looking for Consiero right there.
Couple flags.
And multiple flags hit the ground.
And I'm not convinced that both of these flags are for the same thing. It could be two different things here. Let's check the call here. Pass interference, defense. Okay. So remember, in Georgia high school rules, 15 yards.
Not a spot foul.
Right.
Gives them a 1st down at the 36.
Well, they flipped the field now, so they're on the Brookwood Broncos 36-yard line here now.
Maxwell 5 of 7, 54 yards to start this game as we approach the final 90 seconds of this first quarter. Maxwell going to run it, and a flag comes out. Probably got a hold in that pile of people.
Definitely in the holding territory. And conventional wisdom would say probably on the offense.
Offensive line for the Bears, they've got 2 returning 2nd-year starters there. J.W. Fight, their left guard, number 65. Brandon Stokes, their right guard, number 70. Their left tackle, 71. Braylon Mills is 6'7", 305. He's a 3-star, rated as high as the number 24 offensive tackle in the country, and his top offers include Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah, I've been excited to look at him today because clearly he is pretty much is going to have a choosing of his school that he wants to go to, and he is every bit of what you thought he would be in person.
Chop block was the call. So that pushes the ball back to the other side of the 50, the 49. The other two guys on the offensive line, their sophomore center, number 62, Aiden Wiley, and their right tackle, junior 56, Antonio Bridges. Ball goes to Javian Durham again. He gets about a yard back to the 50.
You know, Matt, it's pretty incredible. I know we're only in the first quarter, and we've talked about a number of players on both sides today, and it just seems like almost every player we call out, doesn't matter if it's Brookwood or Houston County, this player's going to Stanford. Yep. This player's going to Western Kentucky. This guy's going to Georgia. I mean, this is a game that is loaded with college talent.
Yeah, a lot of college prospects playing in this game. 2nd down and 19.
They're changing the play there from the sideline. You should see this. I don't know, you can kind of see it on your television screen. If you look to the Houston County sideline, they've got 3 coaches that are in multicolor shirts. Yep. And it is a hoot to watch these guys call these plays in.
Well, that's for the purpose of, the players can look to the sideline and easily identify, where the play is coming from. Ready to take your high school team's program to the next level? Game Day Preps is the total stats solution to elevate your program. Game Day Preps can easily track stats and records as they happen. Broadcast live feeds for fans, parents, and coaches to follow anywhere on any device with no signups. Generate detailed reports for players, coaches, and recruiters, and boost player visibility and refine team strategy. Get the competitive edge your teams need with Game Day Preps. Visit GameDayPreps.com to learn more, or you can scan the QR code.
Yeah, always fun to be down here at the stadium. And even with us being at a venue like this, you still have the high school bands, you still have the cheerleaders, you still have the student sections. I mean, this still has the real feel of a college or a high school football game down here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Look at these 2 cheerleading squads. They've got like a 3 deep.
Oh, easily.
I mean, this is as big a cheerleading squad. Both sides. They got a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd team, I think.
They brought the whole program to this one. Well, now we're fixing the official's mic. So good news for all of us and for you folks at home.
Because I'm not very good lip
our white hat now is getting his mic fixed. And we are in business. So, folks, we will be able to retire our lip reading skills and now have a real mic on the field.
It's probably the battery was just dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he put on the wrong microphone, I was told.
Okay, well, that happens.
Don't want to accuse the batteries of being dead. Ball goes forward, and Durham with the carry.
So Durham's getting an opportunity here now. So he's now carried the ball a few times. And as they look to the sideline for the play call, they're looking at we got poster boards with pictures. We got Crayola crayons for T-shirts. And that's the end of the quarter. That was a fun first quarter, Matt. We saw some good and both teams I feel like have really settled in here now.
1 quarter in the books. Houston County and Brookwood are tied at 7.
Hey, is the power off on this?
I don't know. Just take it off.
Safety violation, unsafe work conditions.
In the construction trades unions, Safety is our highest priority, and we train you to recognize and speak out on unsafe working conditions so that everyone arrives and goes home safely. Learn about careers in construction at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Vision. Commitment. When those become partnership, powerful things begin to happen. The path becomes clear. The work becomes reality. And your achievement becomes a legacy. You deserve a partner that will take you there. You deserve Sports Turf.
What happens after you graduate? Will you go to the next level? Will people have your back in the heat of battle? Will you still train like a champion in the pursuit of greatness? You will when you become an IBEW electrical worker. Join our team. Visit IBEW613.org.
You'll still have common days. Get caught in traffic during your commute. Overthink a text message. Get a song stuck in your head. This is not one of those days. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
On behalf of the Georgia State Building Trades, we're excited to bring you the second quarter. Just like building a great football team, the State Building Trades build strong careers, even stronger communities. From apprenticeships to expert craftsmen, the Georgia State Building Trades keeps Georgia moving forward.
Start of the second quarter at the Benz. Houston County and Brookwood tied at 7. Let's send it down to Kaylee.
Thanks, Matt. We're here with Keelan Jones, the 3-star safety out of Sprayberry High School, also currently committed to the University of Georgia. So I used to live a few minutes away from Sprayberry, and I feel like it was a program that nobody talked about. And in the last year, people are now paying attention. What's it been like to see your school go on the rise as a football team?
I mean, it's really been fun, especially because it's with like all my guys that's been at Sprayberry for years, since elementary school for real, so it's been fun.
I mean, you guys had a tough schedule last year. It'll look the same this year. What are some of those games that you're most looking forward to?
This next week we play Etowah. I'm excited for that game. Most of the Cherokee County games, Sequoia. I'm excited to play River Ridge. I got a lot of games I'm looking forward to.
Can't help but notice you've got the Georgia shirt on.
I got the Georgia shirt on.
Why was Georgia the school for you?
I think just the connection I had with the coaches was just real and just felt more connection than any other school. And I just think it was just the best place for me.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to not only see you at Sprayberry, but also with Georgia next fall. With that, we'll give it back to you, Matt.
Just in time for the 0FG touchdown pass. Maxwell to MJ Mathis.
Well, MJ, just you'll see here on the replay, gets a strike here from Ryan, and then basically MJ just makes people miss and takes the daylight right into the end zone. So Houston County now takes the lead. And Matt, looks like they are going to kick the extra point. They were giving us kind of a funny formation to start here. Thought maybe they were going to try to trick us and go for 2.
Kick from Ludwig is up and good, and a 14-7 lead for Houston County. The PAT brought to you by Eccles and Johnson.
Well, after a little bit of confusion that drive, Houston County does capitalize and gets the touchdown. Puts them up 7 points, and we'll have to see now how Brookwood, who has had a couple good moments offensively, but has struggled to move the ball a little bit this last possession they had it. So let's see how they bounce back here.
35-yard touchdown pass from Maxwell to Mathis, capping a 7-play, 74-yard drive.
Well, that has woken up the Houston County marching band. All of a sudden, it seemed like they got a little bit louder after that touchdown. We talked earlier about the size of the cheerleading squads, but the marching band for Houston County and Brookwood is bringing it as well.
It's what makes the high school football game so much fun. It involves everybody in the student body. Kickoff is presented by Legacy Structures, as Houston County has jumped back on top here with their first offensive touchdown of the game. Their first touchdown came on the 96-yard kick return by Jordan Smith. Ball's going to hit at the 1, and it does bounce into the end zone. Of course, the danger of letting that ball hit at the 1 is it might check up and bounce backwards. And that is a live ball.
Well, it looked like Braden was kind of rolling the dice a little bit. Do I catch it? Do I let it go? Do I catch it? Do I let it go? And ultimately decided to let it go. And thankfully for his case, he got the right bounce he needed too.
So now the Broncos get ready to go back on offense. Tyson, only 5 carries to this point in the game, 40 yards.
Well, they went to him early in the game, and then it seems like here in the last couple of sessions have kind of gone away from it a little bit. Let's see if they kind of go back to him here today on this possession.
Got both running backs in there now. Little going to split out to the top of your screen, and Braden Tyson pulls over, takes on Jordan Smith right there. That's a 4-star running back colliding with a 4-star safety.
There's that Derrick Henry-esque run style where he's just mulling over people. They're going right back to him.
Breaks out of the pile, still on his feet, and Jordan Smith tackles him up top and throws him to the ground on the other side of the 50.
Look at this. Now, what's the flag? There is a flag back, not at the line of scrimmage, but back down towards there.
And I know when we talked to Chad Nybert, their head coach this week, he said, look, we could run Tyson 20, 25 times a game. We'd like to maybe even it out a little bit. And I'm like, why? I'd give it to him 30 times a game.
Holding offense from the previous spot, not from the previous spot, from the spot of the foul, 10 yards.
So that wipes out a great run by Braden Tyson.
It does. It does. That's a killer, because you had 2 big pops for runs there by your big back there, and then now to have a penalty like that to bring you back. I mean, thankfully it's still second. Looks like they're trying to sort out what the right down and distance here is, but it looks like they're going to go with 2nd and 4 officially.
Ball sitting on the 26, got to get to the 30, and that's Bryce Little on the carry, and he gets tackled at the 28-yard line. Cam Brown, their other all-state linebacker, making that stop right there, offered by UMass, Florida Atlantic, and Central Michigan. Had 88 total tackles, 16 TFL last year as a junior. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
So you would think, if it were me, I think I'm going to my all-pro perennial back here on a short yardage like this. Matt, what do you think?
I like that idea on almost every play. Braden Tyson pulling forward, not going to get the first down. He got matched up with Jacoby Bryant, who's 6 foot 297, and unable to move him, and he says, no.
Yeah, that was power against power there. That was 2 of your all-pro players in this game, but they're going to go for it here. They're going for it. 4th down, they're going to do a quick snap.
4th and 1.
Oh, they're going to just try to draw him off. Now they're changing the play.
And Tyson says, I got it. Give me the ball.
Here we go. They're snapping it.
They give it to Tyson. Tyson's going to get the first down up to the 34-yard line.
If you have a back like him, you give it to him on 4th and 1. You just do. And in this case, they're deep in their own end, but I certainly would too. I mean, he's clearly a man that can handle a short yardage situation like that one, and clearly did, and picked up the first down.
9 carries, 62 yards for Tyson. I mean, you're looking at a possible 200-yard rushing game for Tyson right now, statistically. They give the ball, no fake it.
Look out.
And Chapman going to fire. It's complete at the 42-yard line, and that'll be about a yard short of the first down.
Matt, we had Brandon Chapman, the quarterback, took a big hit, and it was such a big hit on this one. His helmet popped off, and he's coming to the sideline now. He took a massive hit. So now they're gonna keep him on the sideline.
Well, helmet comes off, you got to come off.
Yeah. Well,
personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense.
So they're kind of looking at him there on the sideline currently.
Yeah, he says I'm okay. He's trying to convince him I'm okay. Don't look at me.
Well, his helmet was. Yeah, he took
9.
He took a hit.
Yep.
He said the personal foul. And then you heard the number 9. I don't know if that's who the personal foul was on, but probably a good bet. That's Weston Ard. Ard and Cam Brown. Cam Brown was the guy that came in from the screen side. You could see his number go streaking in and hitting.
Right. So that's going to bring in a new quarterback into the game for Brookwood. It looks like it's going to be number 7.
Hagelman, it looks like he's going to step in there and be the quarterback. He's their number 1 wide receiver, or one of them. So apparently he's going to be the number 2 quarterback here. A.J. Austin is listed as 2 on the depth chart. And instead they give the ball to Little, and Little has the first down at the 30-yard line.
Well, Will, number
Bryce
7.
Green, pardon me. I think I called him Little. Bryce Green.
Okay. But Will, the quarterback, it looks like, it looks like Gary's now is coming right back into the game. So he had his equipment check. Clearly they feel like he's well enough to go back in there. So Will is just going to play one play at quarterback, and Gary's going to check back in.
Yeah, Bryce Green is their speedster they had transfer into the program this year. Logan Mixon, the tight end, sets at the end of the line of scrimmage, throws a block for Chapman. He's in trouble.
Oh.
Chapman going to take a loss back at the 48-yard line with the quarterback sacked by Jace Jordan.
So there is a flag down here, Matt, which is in the vicinity of holding on the offense. So you would think that penalty would probably be declined given the amount of yards they lost on the sack there. But let's see. Now, the head official is the one that threw the flag down. And we are having a conference. What do we got, guys? So he's conferring with the Houston County sideline, so that leads you to believe it is a holding on the offense.
Holding. Offense. That penalty's declined. 3rd down.
So they'll put the ball down at the 44 following the big quarterback sack by Jace Jordan. They have to do a better job of protecting Gary Chapman. He's taken some licks on this series.
Well, that Houston County defensive line is one of the better units here in the state, and you'll see that throughout as this season plays out with the amount of talent that they have. But now there seems to be a little bit of confusion on where the ball should be marked, and now Brookwood's calling a timeout. Houston County coaches were up in arms about the ball being at the 44. They felt like it should be further back, but it looks like the officials stood their ground there.
Yeah, it looked like the tackle was made back at the 47. And what you have during the state championship games is you have replay. Which also automatically spots the ball. So that's one of the great things about replays. It's not just overturning calls, but also gives you the ability to get the right spot.
Right.
As you take a look at the Houston County schedule, they'll be at Effingham County next week. John Ford playing his team down in the Savannah area, down on the coast next week. And then Perry, that's a big game. Got Warner Robins. They got so many great rivalries outside of their region, even in Middle Georgia with Perry and Warner Robins. Those are 2 very close schools in proximity to Houston County. And then you open up that conference schedule against veterans on September 26th. Longtime veteran coach Steve DeBorsny has taken over as the head coach there at Veterans, and Boone Williams has taken over as the head coach at Northside with Warner Robins. So that region just got much more difficult. And then you got Coffee, Thomas County Central, and Lee County Murderers Row in the last 3 weeks of the regular season.
They truly cover the whole state with their schedule. I mean, they are all over South Georgia, Central Georgia, playing here in Atlanta today. Houston County will go anywhere to play anybody.
Chapman hands off to Tyson, and Tyson gets bear hugged at the 44-yard line. Very little gain on that play, if any. And it's going to be 4th down in a punting situation for the Broncos. Or is that 4th or is it 3rd?
That was. I think they called that last play 2nd, so now it is 3rd.
Yeah.
3rd and 23.
Yeah, 3rd.
My gosh. You know, the other guy who's really impressive here from a size standpoint for Brookwood is this right tackle, Caden McKenzie.
6'4", 330. He's got an offer from Western Michigan.
Watch this guy.
Chapman fires. Hagelgen makes the catch at the 40. And now it will be 4th down. Jace Jordan, the linebacker, making the tackle.
Well, you would think this would be certainly a punting situation now.
That was Jacorian McCoy, the safety. 5, not 6, made the tackle.
Oh, man. Matt, it's 4th and 19. And I think they're going for this.
Interesting. Interesting that they don't punt in this situation and just try to pin them deep.
They can't be running. Okay, here we go. This is what they're going to do. They're going to pooch punt it. Oh, man. Oh.
Not a great pooch punt.
Oh, no.
Rolling backwards and goes out of bounds at the 30. So it ends up being a 9-yard punt.
9-yard punt.
If you knew it was going to be a 9-yard punt, you'd just go for it.
Well, I think your punter, Brady Palmer, is a weapon. Bring him in. Bring him in. Let him see if he can pin it down.
Bears on offense when we get back.
A Dream are on Peachtree Sports Network. Looking for some payback against Golden State? See all the big shots and star power here. Dream Valkyries, Sunday at 8:30 on Peachtree Sports Network. We're here for the walk-offs, the shutouts, the moments that make you nervous, and the ones that keep you coming back for more. No matter what your favorite Braves moment is, it happens here. Peachtree Sports Network. The Braves play here.
What is GMFB overtime?
It's Peter, Jamie, Kyle, and Akbar breaking down the NFL.
Let's go.
5 days a week.
It's okay to be excited.
It's stats, predictions, analysis, and in-depth interviews.
Thank you guys for having me. I love you guys.
It's this, that, and a whole lot of...
What is GMFB overtime?
It's football for everyone.
Weekdays at 10 on Peachtree Sports Network.
Six minutes left in the first half here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Thanks for joining us on Atlanta News First. Second of 4 games here in the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic on this Saturday afternoon. As Houston County leads Brookwood 14-7. Matt Stewart along with Chris Millman, and the Bears back on offense at the 30-yard line.
Well, Houston County is going to look to add to their lead here now. They're down, or excuse me, they're up 7. After scoring a touchdown on their last possession. I think they'd like to get another score here just before the half. We're about halfway through the second quarter now. And I think as this game goes on a little bit more and more, how much more of this game does Ryan Maxwell really settle in, the quarterback?
Javian Durham had the previous carry, and then that's Jeffrey J.T. Thomas right there. They lost Austin Stinson earlier in the game. And we have not heard anything about that since then. Oof. Quarterback sack back at the 32-yard line.
Great play.
Daniel Diggs, the linebacker, or instead that was Jeremiah Brinson, the will linebacker, number 8.
Well, and Brinson, somebody who I zeroed in on this week because he's played all 4 years. He's in his senior year now, so you hope that this is a real breakout year for him. He knows this defense and obviously has plenty of playing experience.
Ball goes to Concierto. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first down, or a yard short of getting back
to the
original line of scrimmage.
That's correct. So now that'll set up about a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. And we got the poster boards and the Crayola crayons are all signaling in the plays here.
The purple, the orange, and the green jerseys over there signaling in the plays. 3rd and 11. Sidearm pass incomplete.
Nice job by the Brookwood defense. Nice job. Oh, listen, Brookwood's D's got their hands full with this Houston County offense, even with the inexperienced signal caller, just with the amount of talent they have on the offensive line. Obviously, they got a plethora of playmakers, but their defense has played very well in spurts here today.
4th down, Bears punting. Ludwig on the punt at the 26-yard line. Rugby style kick. Fair catch is called for and made at the 25-yard line. Brinson back there to take that kick, and that's where the Broncos will go on offense with 4:12 to play in the half. Here's a look at the Broncos resume. Head coach Chad Nybert in his first season as the head coach. 7-4 a year ago, lost to West Forsyth in the first round of the state playoffs. 2 state titles in program history, most recently in 2010. Mark Cruz, the head coach, and of course Dave Hunter led them to their first state championship back in 1996. First and 10.
They've taken Chapman out of the game, so they've gone back to their backup now at the quarterback position, at least for this play.
And that's Hagelgen, the wide receiver, who's moved into that quarterback spot.
So the question now becomes, Chapman got a little bit dinged up in that last possession. Is he now ruled out with injury? We haven't got an update at all here yet from the sideline. So, and I'm looking for him down on the sideline, and I don't think I see him.
2nd down.
So they're going to have to ride with. Looks like they're going to ride with Will Hagelgen, who is, for the folks at home, this is a guy who's typically playing wide receiver for them, and he's known as probably one of their fastest guys on the team. So from an athletic standpoint, you're getting all of that with him at quarterback. But what does the passing game situation look like? We'll see how comfortable they are letting him throw. This is a situation here now will be an interesting play call given the circumstances at 3rd down and 6.
Up top, Hagelgen, and flag out, incomplete here on the near side. We'll check the call.
2 flags, one from 2 different officials, but both in the same area. So I think obviously that looks like they saw the same thing. And looks like Will just threw one up to try to allow his receiver to make a play, and they didn't connect, but they did draw the flag.
Got the holding right there. You could see right in front of the camera. Can't hide from the unblinking eye. That was Jayshon Williams, the corner, got a hold of his jersey. Camera, don't blink.
Pass interference, defense. The result is a 1st down.
So there you go. I mean, first time they let Will throw the ball, and he drew the penalty. So we'll see how more comfortable they are with that as the game goes on.
Ball goes to Tyson on the screen. Big collision at the 46-yard line.
Man, you could feel that physicality up here, man. At least I did. You want to talk about a collision. Holy smokes.
2nd down and 8. Ball at the 46. Under 2.5 to play in the half. Tyson gets the handoff and trying to move the pile. They gang tackled him at the 47. It's going to be third down.
It's going to be third down now. So, okay, on the last third down, they basically had Will throw a go route down here to one of his receivers. You're looking at 3rd and 7 here now. Are they going to do, what will they do now?
Tyson comes off the field in this 3rd and 7 situation.
Oh, that's on the offense. That's on the offense. It's on his receiver there on the far side of the field. And he knew it too. He put his hands on his helmet. Concentration penalty right there.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Yeah, that was on Womble. So, obviously now you want to be careful here with your backup quarterback in there at third and 12, and you're at midfield. Again, you're only down 7. So even though that this third quarter is starting to tick away, I mean, there's still loads of time here. Loads of time.
Chapman's warming up on the sideline, but has his helmet off. Hagelgen goes to the air and throws a completion out here to the 46. And that's going to be good enough for a first down.
How about that?
Ball goes to Jeremiah Jackson for the first down.
Hey, showing some confidence in the backup quarterback. Let him throw it. They just said, hey, we're going for the win here, guys. We're not being conservative. Now they're going to throw him again.
1st and 10 from the 43. Hagelgen looking back across the field. Now goes to the other side and nearly intercepted. He was fortunate that it was not intercepted because Jacorian McCoy would have turned that into a pick 6.
You could see his thought process going on as he was here. Do I throw it? Do I launch it? Do I throw it away? Let me just try to throw it here. And man, he got lucky. Easily could have been returned the other way for a pick 6.
Jacorian McCoy, 6', 180 junior safety. Moved into a starting role this year after being a reserve last season. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Broncos. Now down to 1:05 left in the half. Broncos scored on their opening possession. They look good doing it too. Gary Chapman, their quarterback, took it in from a 24-yard run.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
But he has come out of the game and don't know whether he is injured or not.
We hate to speculate, but there is, he did take that big hit. And
that's why I say that, because he did take some big hits.
And he came. Now wait a minute. Speak of here he comes.
Here comes Chapman right now.
Hey, right on cue. Good news. He's back in there. So 2nd and 15.
He's got a live arm. He's being chased though. Fires and tried to squeeze it into a tight spot to Tyson. It was nearly intercepted on the deflection.
Man, I'll tell you, Gary has taken some hits today, and he's feeling. You can see now he's gingerly walking around. He is feeling that Houston County defensive unit today. They've been all over him, and he's taking hit after hit. So he's still staying in there, but now it's 3rd and 15. And somebody's got to help him out here from a blocking standpoint.
So 3rd and 15. Green goes in motion. Chapman looks that way and throws complete.
Wow.
Green's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown.
What a throw by Gary. Look at what a throw, what a catch. And Gary Chapman, after taking hit after hit after hit today, stands in there and delivers a strike for a touchdown.
You'll see going in motion off your screen right there was Green. Nobody picked him up coming out of the backfield on the wheel route, and he takes it in for the touchdown. 48 yards, and it's 14-13.
Outstanding play by Chapman. I am just so proud of him for continuing to get hit today and stand in there. And clearly he's not at 100% now, but he's He's battling through it.
PAT brought to you by Eccles and Johnson. We're tied at 14 with 48 seconds to play in the half.
Hey, does it matter if this leaks?
It don't matter to me. Can't see it from my house.
Illegal use of hands and proper training.
GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com has 14 different highly skilled trades with tuition free training in our certified apprenticeship programs to train you the right way. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Great teams are committed, focused on the details, and work hard to be their best. From practice to games, right down to their gear. Your field is a critical part of the game that allows your athletes to showcase their abilities. Sports Turf is committed to bringing your team innovative sports surfaces with unparalleled performance. You bring the vision, our team brings it to life.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
The Mechanical Trades Institute is an opportunity towards personal financial freedom through hands-on and rewarding work. Our school is completely free and gives apprentices the knowledge and skills required to gain access to a lifelong career path. Apprentices learn pipe fitting, plumbing, mechanical service, and welding. They earn money as they learn and graduate with no student debt. Start a career with the Mechanical Trades Institute and change your financial future.
Back under a minute to play here in the first half. Houston County and Brookwood tied at 14. Let's check in with George on an injury update.
It's time now for the Northside injury report. Brookwood quarterback Gary Chapman just delivered to tie the game up at 14, but before these plays, he was on the sideline getting looked at by your trainer. It was his throwing shoulder, but the whole time he was nodding in his head and obviously ready to get back out there and make a statement for Brookwood. Guys.
Great stuff, Georgia. He looked great on that pass, Chris.
He did. And, you know, listen, he's a competitor, and you can clearly see that. And we knew that coming into today, but seeing it firsthand, you know, what an impressive young man we've seen so far here from Brandon.
Kickoff presented by Legacy Structures, and Jordan Smith, who already has a 96-yard kick return touchdown, brings it out to the 25 this time.
Well, we have about 40 seconds left to go in the half here, so I imagine with it being a tie game, 14 all, we'll probably see Houston County be pretty aggressive here to see if they can at least try to get 3 points.
Yeah, I would think so too.
I mean, clearly they have the weapons. If they have to throw the ball, they can do it.
This takes you back to the very first play of the game and the electrifying play of the half, the 96-yard kick return touchdown by Jordan Smith, the Georgia Bulldog commit. And since then, the Bears have one offensive touchdown. Javian Durham on the carry. The other injury report we're waiting on is to hear about Austin Stinson, their top running back, 1,000-yard rusher thereabouts from last year. Got hurt early in this game and has not returned for the Bears. 2nd down and 6. Ball goes out here to Conciero. Clock continues to run. Bears do have one timeout remaining. They look like they're in no hurry. That might be the final play of the half right there.
I think it is, which I'm a little surprised about.
And it is.
I mean, they're going to the half with one timeout still in their pocket, but maybe Houston County is content with the tie game.
And we are at halftime. Houston County and Brookwood tied at 14 here in game 2 of 4. Corky Kell, Dave Hunter Classic at the Benz on Atlanta News First.
Of the GOATs, Friday Night Lights, and home of the Ballers. This is home of the gamers. Peachtree Sports Network is the home of the hustlers and home of the speed junkies. The Peach State plays here. Atlanta's home of live local sports is Peachtree Sports Network. Your Atlanta Dream are on Peachtree Sports Network. Looking for some payback against Golden State? See all the big shots and star power here. Dream Valkyries, Sunday at 8:30 on Peachtree Sports Network. We're here for the walk-offs, the shutouts, the moments that make you nervous, and the ones that keep you coming back for more. No matter what your favorite Braves moment is, it happens here. Peachtree Sports Network. The Braves play here.
Okay, going back to one.
This industry is my life. The Georgia film industry feeds my children, and it feeds my dreams, which are two very important things. The film community is a real vital ecosystem. You can make a living in it in an incredible town.
Real jobs, real impact. Support Georgia Films. Visit whygeorgia.com.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic is sponsored by Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. Army ROTC. Be all you can be with Army ROTC. The Mechanical Trades Institute. The best kept secret everyone should know about. Score Atlanta. Check out our brand new website at scoreatl.com. Georgia high school sports have never looked better. And by Zaxby's. Zaxby's famous fingers and sauces. Try some after the game at your local Zaxby's.
And welcome into the halftime show brought to you by Sports Turf. It is time for our halftime guest presented by the IBEW Local 613. We're so excited to welcome back Tim Eccles, the Public Service Commissioner. So you're rerunning for Public Service Commissioner. You guys at home can vote on November 4th. What are the primary principles that you're running on this year?
You know, we really want to provide resources for economic development, to have a very reliable energy system. That's why so many people are coming here. Fitz Johnson, my colleague, and I have been really working hard with our colleagues to make Georgia have the best grid in the nation.
So from what I understand, you've currently frozen the rates. What does that mean, and what's the benefit of that?
You know, I think the benefit is in these inflationary times, being able to freeze these rates are going to protect ratepayers for 3 years. So it's very important. We're elected commissioners. That's why we listen and respond. We've heard people, bills are high, we're freezing the rates.
You're a triple dog, a proud graduate of the University of Georgia. Of all your accomplishments, what stands out to you as one of the most important?
I think finding my wife at the University of Georgia and we've been married 42 years and having 7 children, that has been just the joy of my life.
That's amazing. When you look at, podcasting is big nowadays, and I've heard you have a podcast. What's that journey been like for you?
It has been so educational because I have all these smart people come in and I learn from them, and my audience gets to learn right along with me.
And real quick, can you give a shout out to, this is a very special hat you have on, right?
Yeah, my middle child was a state champion in hurdles, and I'm wearing her championship hat today, GHSA. Very proud of her. She's in the Justice Department now, putting bad guys in jail.
Proud dad, proud husband. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back right after this short break.
What sets us apart? At the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, we are guided by the mission to serve and protect through dedication, professionalism, active cooperation with the community, and respect for human dignity. Our core values, integrity, service, respect, and progress, are at the heart of everything we do. If you are ready to make a difference, join our law enforcement family. Start your career today with the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office by applying at gogcso.com. Your future awaits.
At Breda Pest Management, we know your house inside and out. Pest control is not a one-size-fits-all treatment.
Has your pest control company told you they won't be coming inside anymore and they raise their prices? It's the bugs inside you want out. Better call Breda Pest Management. They protect the inside and outside of your home.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JETC equips apprentices with the knowledge and skills required to start a rewarding career in the sheet metal industry with programs in HVAC, industrial welding, and testing, adjusting, and balancing. Training is 100% free and allows apprentices to earn as they learn. Journeymen graduate with no student debt and have the potential to earn more than most college graduates. Visit our website to learn more about this opportunity at careersinsheetmetal.com.
Transform your outdoor space with Inspired Landscape Solutions Incorporated. With 34 years of expertise and a passion for innovation, we offer full-service maintenance, custom hardscape, outdoor living design, irrigation, lighting, and so much more. Whether you're envisioning a serene garden retreat or a vibrant outdoor entertainment area, we bring your dreams to life. Inspired Landscape Solutions, where creativity meets craftsmanship.
And welcome back to the halftime show brought to you by Sports Turf. I'm Kelly Mansell with Georgia Chambers, and it's now time for our head coach's interview presented by the National Guard. We're so excited to have Daniel Bruner and Kareem Reed join us. Coach Bruner, despite being in the same county, you and McEachern play in different regions. How excited is your team to be able to play a cross-county rival in Game 1 in Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
I'm super excited. You know, I've had so much respect for McEachern as a program. I grew up looking at them as a top-tier program in the state, not just Cobb County. So, you know, been so long since we played them. You know, I've watched what Coach Reed's done over there, and they just keep getting better and better. So excited to test ourselves, and hopefully we'll see a lot of growth in Game 1.
You've had 2 solid years of rebuilding and entering year 3 with your most experienced team. What's been the biggest difference maker for you heading into this season?
Just that experience you talked about, right? A lot of guys played ball last year for us, got a lot of great game experience. And so hopefully, you know, the lessons we learned from last season will translate to some wins this year.
Coach, you've got 2 young quarterbacks in Christian Peacock and Pearson DeGala. Have you named the starter yet? And if you can't tell me, how do you plan on using the 2 quarterbacks today?
You'll see both today. They've both done a tremendous job. I just think what they've done is as young sophomores and just coming together and working hard together and really putting the team first at all times has been absolutely phenomenal. You know, this day and age when you have young kids vying for one spot, sometimes they can create some angst in a locker room, and I haven't seen any of that. They've developed together well, and the team, I think, are really coalesced around them, and so really excited to see what they can do tonight.
We've seen teams come out and rack up penalties early, often tied to first-game jitters. When you have a game of this magnitude at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, what's the message to your team to try and keep them calm, cool, collected?
Yeah, sure. Just take your training to the game is what we tell our guys. It's just football, right? So at the end of the day, let's, in pregame, get all the jitters out and, you know, take it all in, and then let's settle down and play some football the way we know how to play it.
Coaches, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you the best of luck. Excited to see 2 teams from the same county play here today at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
That small thing we do to keep us focused.
What do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and help your mental health.
Because being the best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
How would you like to do something really different 1 weekend a month?
Charlie 2-2, this is Charlie 2-1. Thank you, Sergeant.
If you've got what it takes, come join us.
To learn more about the State Defense Force, go to georgiavolunteer.com.
You have to see it. You have to hear it. You have to experience next-gen TV to believe it. With unmatched 4K clarity, breathtaking color, and movie theater quality sound. And now, watch and play free games with Game Loop. It's all free, over the air, now. Make your next TV a next-gen TV. Visit atlantanewsfirst.com/nextgen to learn more.
Brookwood Band, brought to you by Georgia's Rome Office of Tourism. Welcome back to the Sports Turf Halftime Show. We are thrilled to welcome in First Sergeant Jones of the Georgia Army National Guard. Could you help explain to us what are the primary differences between the Georgia Army National Guard and just the Army?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Guard is a dual mission force to where we have a primary state mission where we can assist with things like hurricanes, floods, civil unrest, but we can also be called up for a federal purpose, be sent overseas to support the Army in Israel. So it's a dual part mission, but primarily what separates us apart is we are a part-time force that helps operationalize the force.
With school starting back, this is primetime recruiting season for you guys. You'll have a lovely booth up there. I know y'all will be talking to people all day. When you're talking with students, what's the one thing that resonates with them about the National Guard?
Well, I think a big part of it is the opportunity to be a part of something bigger than yourself, but then even just the benefits that we have between full-time education benefits, the Montgomery GI Bill, and opportunities to serve your community, as well as the military, the nation as a whole, as well as being able to get all your college paid for at any given time.
What different benefits does the National Guard offer when it comes to high school students or even college?
Sure. So we offer full-time education benefits to where our tuition assistance pays 100% to any Georgia state college or university, along with the GI Bill, which is additionally some extra money within their pocket, as well as student loan repayment program.
For those watching or listening, and if they want to know more, where should they go?
It'd be www.nationalguard.com/Georgia or 1-800-GO-GUARD.
Thank you so much for joining us and for your service.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
We'll be back right after this short break.
Man, you know how to do this?
Man, I don't even know. I was flipping burgers last week.
Violation, unsportsmanlike conduct, impersonating a craftsman.
Skilled trade unions are well-trained career pros, not part-timers. Construction is a rewarding and lucrative career with the advancement potential, but you have to do it the right way with the right training. Learn how you can be a pro. Find your career at georgiaconstructioncareers.com.
Vision. Commitment. When those become partnership, powerful things begin to happen. The path becomes clear. The work becomes reality. And your achievement becomes a legacy. You deserve a partner that will take you there. You deserve Sports Turf.
A journeyman with Local 85, when you turn out, you can be hitting six figures.
Hey, I have your back, you have my back, we're gonna do this together. We're one for all for one.
College just wasn't for me. Let's look into actual career jobs that wouldn't take college, where I wouldn't, lose money and all that. Instead of losing a lot more money at the end, why not make money and make more money at the end?
World-class training isn't just for leaders well on their way. It's for the ones just getting their footing. Seasoned pros learn through real-world experience. But so do young cadets. No other career path gives you leadership instruction that's so tested, so successful, so early. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
And welcome into the halftime show brought to you by Sports Turf. We are so excited to have the president of Sports Turf, Todd Wiggins, join us. Let's talk about the history of Sports Turf. You've been in the business for over 30 years now. You've had an 8-year partnership with the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic. Why continue to be such a big part of this event?
Well, we are going into our 35th year in business. We've been very blessed to work through this state and in the Southeast, and it's been a wonderful experience being a part of this organization and having a chance to really engage with the people who really use the products that we create.
I mean, there are so many benefits to turf. We even got a glimpse of it Wednesday when the players got back out on the field after it absolutely monsooned, and you would have never known that it was going to rain. But when you look at the safety aspect of it specifically, how does turf keep student athletes safer?
Well, I think the technology continues to evolve, and what we've worked really hard to do with our partners in this is to bring the best technology we can to our clients And honestly, I mean, that's the thing about synthetic turf. It's an all-weather product. It's going to be something where you're going to be able to get more use out of it.
Who are some clients you continue to do repeated work for?
Yeah, to be in business as long as we have, we've had a good chance to work with a lot of great organizations across the state. And really one of the things that we are trying to do a focus on now is what we call, getting back to the people that have given to us. And it doesn't matter where you are, whether it's in North Georgia, South Georgia, even in Alabama. Good opportunities.
Football's on everybody's mind, but what are some other sports that you continue to do work with as well?
Well, we build natural grass fields, we build synthetic fields, tracks, tennis courts, to include acrylic surfacing on tennis courts, and even the polyurethane surfaces on tracks. So we pride ourselves in being a solutions company for athletic facilities.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. And stick with us. We're not too far away from the second half kicking off here. Game currently tied at 14.
Peachtree Sports Network. Looking for some payback against Golden State? See all the big shots and star power here. Dream Valkyries, Sunday at 8:30 on Peachtree Sports Network. We're here for the walk-offs, the shutouts, the moments that make you nervous, and the ones that keep you coming back for more. No matter what your favorite Braves moment is, it happens here. Peachtree Sports Network. The Braves play here.
Dangerous heat is the word from city leaders here.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
As we make our way closer to the house, you can see the windows.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Right now, rescue crews are continuing their search for survivors.
The free Local News Live streaming app. Search LNL on your TV, on your phone. Local News Live. Your nation, your neighborhood. Always streaming, always free.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Back at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, halftime here, getting ready to start the third quarter with Houston County and Brookwood tied at 14. Matt Stewart joined by Chris Millman upstairs. And exciting first half. We had fireworks almost instantly into the game, Chris. And it looked like we were going to have a huge 56-48 type game, but it settled down. And I don't know whether it settled down or the defense has just got better.
Yeah, and listen, with these big early season matchups, you never really know what to expect. But, like you said, we started out, we were like, oh boy, we're going to have a lot of points here today. Both teams have settled down, and we've got a great second half in store for us.
179 total yards for the Broncos, 135 for the Bears, 116 passing for the Bears, and 92 rushing for the Broncos. So in that regard, not unusual. Probably thought that would be the case in regard to the distribution of the yardage.
I think one of the things that stands out with me with the stats and reviewing the first half is that both teams so far 0 turnovers. Had a couple of close calls with some, pitches and whatnot that kind of got out of hand a little bit, but right now for an early season matchup, no turnovers here in the first half. Let's see what that does in the second half. It's going to be a very competitive second half, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and Houston County has not been great on third down. That's kind of been a factor as well in those first two quarters. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first half, and it started with a bang. Jordan Smith, the Georgia Bulldog commit, and a safety, had a 96-yard kick return for a touchdown, and the halftime highlights are presented by Mechanical Trade Institute.
Very quickly, the Georgia Bulldog fans got very excited about what's coming their way next year.
But the Broncos answered immediately on their first offensive possession, and watch this play, breaking ankles. Gary Chapman, what a play to take it in from 24 yards out. That tied the game at 7. Then Edwards got it to Mathis. Mathis spin move, left the defenders in the dirt. Then took it in for the touchdown, made it 14-7. Then Chapman, who had been on the sideline injured, Chris, comes back out and throws a pass to Bryce Green for the touchdown.
Threw an absolute strike there, and that was even what was more impressive about that is some of the licks that he's taken here in the first half and had to come into the sideline, missed a few snaps, and he came right back in there and delivered a touchdown.
Let's send it down to Georgia and Kaylee.
Thanks, Matt. We're here with Sierra Cummings, an investigative reporter for Atlanta News First. Today is A&F's first day as an independent entity. Why make the switch, and what does this mean for you personally?
This is a big deal for us. We want to be hyper-focused on local, and we get to do that now that we're an independent station. And so I'm here to talk about some of the cool stuff we're doing. Uncovered, it's one of our new shows, and it's investigative all the time for an hour. It's going to be a great time on Sundays at 7 o'clock. So tomorrow will be our first show for the investigative Uncovered.
And how else will coverage change now that y'all are independent?
Well, we're everywhere all the time, so you can't miss us. I mean, we've got so many more hours of content. So not just investigative, but sports. We know the viewers care a lot about sports, but we've got weather, and we've got more local news in the community right where you need it, right where you want it, all the time.
With these changes coming, what's one that you're most excited about?
Okay, I am, of course, excited about more investigative. I've said Uncovered 3 times already, but it's a really big deal for us because we're so invested in the community. These are the investigations that are changing people's lives, changing policy, and really changing laws. It's a big deal for us. Crime, healthcare, education, injustices, uncovering it all.
Thanks so much for joining us, and I'm going to have to check out Uncovered.
You will, yes.
Don't go anywhere just yet. We're about to get this second half underway.
85. We are proud to sponsor the third quarter of tonight's matchup. Just like these two teams have some of the best talent in the state of Georgia, Smart Local 85 represents the best in sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation workers across Georgia. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the third quarter.
Indeed, sit back and relax and enjoy this third quarter. Let's see what happens here. Maybe expect a little more fireworks from these two teams in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm really excited now, to see how does Gary Chapman bounce back here after a very physical first half, and clearly ended the half on a good note, firing that touchdown to tie the game. But how does he respond here in the second half? And then, of course, always the ultimate wild card is what adjustments does each team make going into the second half. And with it being a first game of the season, some of these coaches have some tricks up their sleeve that they want to unveil here as we get into the second half of the ball game.
Statistical leaders for the Broncos: Chapman, who you mentioned, 4 of 9 passing for 70 yards, a touchdown. He was sacked once. Braden Tyson, their 4-star running back, 13 carries for 68 yards, a 5.2 yards per carry average. Their top receiver has been Jackson, 2 catches, but Green had that 1 catch for 48 yards and a touchdown. Maxwell for the Hoko Bears, 10 of 13 passing for 116. And Mathis has a couple of catches, and Pettigrew has a couple of catches. And the second half kickoff is presented by Zaxby's as the Bears kick it off to the Broncos.
And they're going to kick it deep once again.
Ball non-returnable once it goes into the end zone, so we'll see the Broncos on offense to get this third quarter started.
They are not going to kick the ball to Braden Tyson. He's their return guy, and obviously the running back who we've called out a number of times here today. And for those of you that are just joining us, Braden Tyson definitely showed some flashes here in the first half, and you can see why that, majority of college programs in the country are licking their chops to try to bring them to their university this upcoming year.
So 1st and 10 for the Broncos from the 20-yard line as we start the third quarter here in game 2 of 4. Got 2 more games coming up after this one with Rusty Mansell and Brandon Adams. So stick around for that. Should be fun on the second half of our quadruple header. And Tyson just gets behind his blockers and runs. Look at the big fella down. Jonathan Green, 6'2", 320.
How about Jonathan? Look at this footwork. Watch Jonathan here. Here he goes. Underlay, he's going. I mean, he is just Look at the athleticism for a right guard.
He cleared out 2 guys at the end of that run. Ball to the air and incomplete to the tight end Logan Mixon.
Jonathan Green, senior, 300-pound plus, powerful run blocker, but what we didn't realize was the quickness.
Yeah, we've really seen some exceptional pulling guard work in our first 2 games here today. We saw that with St. Pius and their Jonathan Green on the pulling guard play, out there running convoy for Braden Tyson. Chapman rolling to his right, looking downfield and firing and intercepted at the 43-yard line as the ricochet comes back to the big defensive lineman Barry Brown. And Merry Christmas, big fella.
This is an unfortunate bounce for Brookwood, but that's what happens when you get your hands, out there and make the deflection. Anything can happen with that football. And what a dance that was by 51. What a dance.
Defensive linemen don't get many interceptions, so they spend a lot of time thinking, what will I do if I get it? Well, I'm gonna break out my dance.
Watch this. Well, first off, great catch. He can't believe it. He can't get on his feet. He gets up and he celebrates with his teammates, and then he did quite the dance.
So the Bears take over at the 44-yard line. Big break for Hoko here to start this third quarter. Ball to the air and tipped away by Diggs, the linebacker.
Yeah, Diggs. Again, we've called Diggs' name quite a few times there in the first half. He's made his presence felt a number of times today. That's Daniel Diggs, again, that we're talking about. He's that, more or less middle linebacker here in the middle of this defense, the senior. And he's that sideline-to-sideline guy. Oh, there's the dance for us.
The dance.
Oh, man. How good was that?
Second down. Edwards to the air, and it's complete over there on the far edge, or Maxwell to the air. Ryan Maxwell to the air, and complete to Mathis.
Okay, so third down and about 4, it's going to look like. With where the ball is, you think this could potentially be 4-down territory, Matt?
I would think if they get positive yardage but don't pick up the first down here on this play, it could be. 3rd and 4. Maxwell scrambling. Now he's going to try to run to the sticks, and he's going to get there for a first down.
Good for him. Good for Ryan. So that's one of those things that we haven't seen a lot of today, is Ryan getting out there with his legs. Now look, they're going to kind of go quick here.
Up tempo to get right back to the line of scrimmage with 3 wides at the top of your screen. Looking to run a play there. They throw the ball to Thomas with his wide receivers out in front to block for him. And they pick up about 3 on the play.
It looks like they're going to go with some more tempo again. They know exactly where they're going here.
Line up in the same formation again. This time they fake a pass and hand it off instead.
They're going to try to wear down Brookwood here.
That's Colin Anderson now in there at running back. That was the first carry of the game for Colin Anderson.
Yeah, they know exactly. Look at the offensive line. Watch the offensive line. Everyone here now knows exactly what they're doing. They are moving with some real urgency.
Pass goes out on the edge, complete to Thomas. And Thomas down to the 12-yard line. And this up-tempo offense really has the Broncos backtracking right now.
Well, look, this is one of those things we talked about earlier. What are teams going to, what type of adjustments they're going to make in the second half? Houston County clearly said, hey, look, we feel like we're the more well-conditioned team here. Let's put Brookwood on their heels a bit.
2nd down and 4 from the Ironworkers red zone. Thomas now goes in motion in front of the quarterback. Maxwell looks, fires to Durham, and Durham gets stopped at the 10-yard line. That was a nice open field tackle by Day Pearson.
Well, it looks like he is going to be just about a yard, maybe a yard and a half short. So that's going to set up third down here, and they brought in their big boys, and now look like they've got a little bit of a wildcat package in here now, Matt.
Yeah, Weston Ard, the linebacker, who they've run this play once prior in this game. They got Weston Ard back in there to run the wildcat, which fans who follow the Hoko Bears on a regular basis know that this is a staple in their offense.
So Matt, this is now the third game that you and I have done here in the last couple days, and I feel like that we have seen more penalties on these wildcat type plays whenever an offense gets out of their normal routine and the signal caller's different, the cadence at the line's different, and it just throws everything out of whack. And so early on in the season, we've seen a lot of that already.
Maxwell back in there, quarterback following the penalty. Maxwell to the air, up in the air, and it's caught by Conciero.
Oh my.
Kayvon Conciero, right place, right time.
You are not kidding here. What a break for Houston County. And you'll see here on the replay, this is one of those balls that got deflected, and it went to the right team this time if you're Houston County.
First and goal to go. Weston Ard going to run it right up the middle, get stuck right at the line of scrimmage. There was no running room for him right there because they had their big hoss in there playing on the defensive line. That was the deflection catch right there by Conciero.
Now what's the deal? Sounded like there was a whistle that came in, but no. We're back at it.
Second down and goal.
Maxwell's back in there at quarterback.
Maxwell fires and nearly intercepted there at the goal line. And Zaire Conway gives him the seatbelt.
Well, that was close. Watch the corner here on this replay. Corner looks like he gets his hand in there. He's kind of boxing him out a little bit, looked like.
So now it's third down and 5. Zaire Conway, the 5'10", 162 junior, denying Conciero the ball right there.
So they're at the 5, but just for folks at home, this is third and goal from the 5. So they got to get it into the end zone.
Ball goes complete. That was Jace Jordan.
And they didn't get there.
The linebacker that they ran in there for an offensive play. They like to utilize a lot of their defensive players. We've seen Weston Ard. We've seen Jace Jordan right there on the pass play. And he gets stopped. It's going to be fourth down. They're going to try a field goal.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and bring in their field goal unit. And at this point in the game, look, you're tied 14-14. You'd hate to get all the way down here and come away with no points. So they're going to bring on their sure-handed kicker.
Ludwig on. This will be a kick from the left hash. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Ludwig with the field goal gives Houston County the lead. Bears back on top, 17-14 here in the third.
The Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic is brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Transform your future today. And presented by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. Electrify your career.
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper, so you can get that zesty lemon and cracked black pepper flavor you love on the chicken you love. Lemon pepper fans, this one's for you. Zaxby's Lemon Pepper Dry Rub. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
At Breda, we made the decision to invest in infrared cameras. The infrared gives us a unique advantage because we can pinpoint that termite damage. We then use our microwave technology, which allows us to localize our treatment so we can get rid of those termites quicker before that damage becomes extensive. And that saves you a lot of money as a homeowner.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
So when I got in the program, I was 18. At the time, I think the most appealing thing was, I could start out going to school and making money while I'm going to school. Not coming out in 4 or 5 years, you know, $30,000, $40,000 in debt. That was the biggest attraction to this. I got in 3 days after graduation and hadn't looked back.
At Zaxby's, you can lemon pepper any way you want. Get lemon pepper wings, lemon pepper sandwiches, or lemon pepper fingers. Now that's lemon pepper perfection. Zaxby's Lemon Pepper Dry Rub. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Back at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic, day 4. And this is game 2 of 4. 7:49 to play in the third quarter. And following the field goal by Ludwig, the Bears on top of the Broncos 17-14. Brookwood getting the ball back. Matt Stewart, Chris Millman, thanks for joining us.
Well, let's hopefully Brookwood's offense can settle back down here. You know, obviously had the turnover, and we talked about that coming out of halftime about, you know, both teams hadn't had any turnovers in the first half, and right up from the get-go.
Tyson Brookwood on the return runs over a couple of men, and then they gang tackled him. That's the only way to tackle him. And they stop him just shy of the 20. So Braden Tyson, the 4-star running back, ranked as high as the number 12 running back in the class of 2027. 14 carries, 87 yards, 6.2 yards per carry average. 21-plus offers, including Georgia, South Carolina, and Ole Miss. And over 2,000 yards rushing last year, Chris, as a sophomore.
Unbelievable. It's just amazing. He's a junior. I mean, he's only going to get better, you know, over the course of the next 2 years.
So 1st and 10. We're going to throw the ball to Tyson right here. Got a block out there for him. Look at that tackle. What a tackle out there by Cam Brown.
Great tackling by Brown. You can, you know, listen, you got to, if your technique has got to be on point when you go down to bring down a guy like this, and you can clearly see here what a picture-perfect tackle.
That's why I had Cam Brown on my preseason 5A All-State team. 88 total tackles a year ago. And that's Jordan Smith. He's the guy who had the 96-yard kick return touchdown to start the game. He committed to Georgia this summer, over 20-plus offers, including Florida State and Tennessee.
So now that's going to set up a 3rd down and 8 here. So you'd imagine that we're going to see Gary probably use his arm a little bit here, which he's had some great moments today.
I love his arm. He's got a live arm.
When he's had the right protection, he's been on the money.
3rd and 8. Here comes a heavy rush, bounces him out of the pocket. Now finds a deep spot to throw it from, heaves it up for grabs, and it's caught at the 39-yard line. Are you kidding me? Got behind the defense.
Man.
And Jeremiah Jackson comes up with a stunning catch behind the Bears secondary.
Wow. How about well, the throw? What's more impressive here? The throw to get that ball off, or the catch? What a play. All the way around.
Absolutely, Chris. The pocket breaks down. So Chapman says, I'll just go deeper and throw it deeper.
And let me just heave it and throw it almost as far as I can and let my receiver make a play.
Chapman to the air, caught inside the 10, touchdown Broncos. Right back to Jeremiah Jackson, back to back for JJ, and the Broncos have taken the lead.
Now hold everything. Looks like we might have some yellow laundry on the field, which would be a flag.
And the offensive linemen are all standing around with their hands on their hips, so that means they're not happy.
There's a bit of a conference.
Illegal touching, offense, 5-yard penalty, goes with the loss of down.
Oh, that just hurts my soul.
Lane 2.
So clearly there was some type of illegal formation of some kind.
He said illegal touching, didn't he?
He did say illegal touching, which would lead me to believe that
Did someone go out of bounds and come back in bounds? Because
that was thrown.
That would
that
be
was thrown in the middle of the field. I don't like quite understand that call.
We'd have to go back and see. Was he running a sideline route and step out of bounds and then come back in? That would, to me, be the definition of the illegal touching.
Wow.
Handoff goes to Green. Bryce Green gets a chunk of yards inside the 25. It used to be, here's the previous play. Let's see. So nobody's near the sideline.
Nobody, not even close.
I'm not sure what the illegal touching call was. Our man Dave Reynolds here to help sort that out for me.
That one I can't quite understand.
It used to be illegal touching that two offensive players couldn't touch it unless the defensive player also touched it, but that's not the case anymore.
Not in this case.
Ball thrown complete to Tyson. Tyson battling with 4 defenders over there on the sideline. 5 defenders to finally get him on the ground.
And it looks like he got the first down, so that will move the chains once more. I will tell you this: how sharp has Gary Chapman? How sharp has Gary Chapman looked here so far in the second half?
I like him a lot. His numbers don't jump off the page. He's 6 of 13 for 120, now 7 of 14 for 120. Of course, they did just erase a touchdown pass. And he does have the Broncos back in the Ironworkers Local 387 red zone.
I mean, he's looked pretty sharp here. Obviously, in the first half, had a few up and down moments, but so far here in the second half, he's looked outstanding.
Green not going anywhere. McCoy, the safety, got in there and made an ankle tackle. Or maybe it was Jace Jordan instead. 6 and 5. I keep getting those numbers mixed up there. So it was either Jordan or it was McCoy, one or the other.
It looks like they lost a yard on that last play. So now they're going to go 5 wide. No help in the backfield.
Chapman to the air. Caught for the touchdown. No,
dropped it.
Hagelgen had it, couldn't hold on to it. Couldn't take it to the ground.
Well, it looked like he delivered a strike to him, and Hagelman, I thought, initially did come down with it, but he just bobbled it, and unfortunately led to an incompletion. But look at this. Oh, in his hands. In his hands. So now, so far, 2 essentially touchdowns in this drive, taken off, one by a drop, one because of a penalty.
I've been super impressed by Gary Chapman's arm, though. This guy's got a hot arm, and I think he could have a really big junior season here. Heavy rush, he's in trouble. Quarterback sack back at the 37-yard line.
My goodness.
Jace Jordan and those Bears just keep getting after him.
So, Matt, this sack, well, first off, look, they brought an extra rush. There was just more rushers than there was linemen, which led to this sack, and Gary's taken a number of hits. But my concern is that sack took them out of field goal range. But look at this. They are bringing on the field goal unit, which is going to essentially be about a 48-yarder.
Yep. It is a 48-yarder right there in the middle of the field.
With a chance to tie it, this is going to be a bomb. Good snap, good hold.
And it is good.
Wow! How about that?
48-yard field goal by Brady Palma, and we're tied at 17. Wow, we've seen some great kickers here today at the Benz.
We got a game here, Matt.
What is GMFB Overtime?
It's Peter, Jamie, Kyle, and Akbar breaking down the NFL.
Let's go. Here we go.
5 days a week.
It's okay to be excited.
It's stats, predictions, analysis, and in-depth interviews.
Thank you guys for having me. I love you guys.
It's this, that, and a whole lot of...
What is GMFB Overtime?
It's football for everyone.
Weekdays at 10 on Peachtree Sports Network.
Great game unfolding here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 3:49 to play in the third quarter, and Brookwood has pulled even with Houston County on the 48-yard field goal by Brady Palma.
And that could have been good from 50-plus, easily. And Brady showed off. I know we don't talk a lot of times about the punters and the kickers, but Brady, who's one of those guys for Brookwood who does both roles, you know, we knew he had a strong leg coming into this game, but man, he has been impressive. He's been one of my more impressive players here for today. Has been the punter and kicker here for Brookwood, Brady Palma.
So 15-plus minutes left on the regulation clock, and we're tied at 17, and the Bears getting ready to go back on offense. And 7 of the Bears' points came on the opening kickoff return by Jordan Smith when he took it back 96 yards. So whatever Palma does right here, he doesn't want to kick it to him, and preferably just kick it into the end zone.
I think that's what you're going to see here. Well,
and this is going to be fieldable, and Smith's going to get another shot from the 2.
Oh man,
Jordan Smith coming this way again, weaving through. Ball is out, and it goes out of bounds, fortunately for the Bears, at the 27-yard line. Someone came in there on the kick coverage and stuck a helmet on that football and knocked it right out of Jordan Smith's hands. Didn't really have it secured, that's for sure. That was part of the issue right there. That was Chris Brunson.
Yeah, the corner playing there on the kickoff coverage team.
Our fan section of the game presented by Gordo's. And there's the students from the Brookwood Broncos cheering on the Broncos. Came down from Snellville, Georgia to downtown Atlanta today to watch this game. Handoff goes to Anderson, Colin Anderson.
He gone.
Their number 3 running back, and it's a foot race, and no one's gonna catch him.
He got in that open field and nobody was gonna catch him. He was gone.
Colin Anderson maybe getting a chance to run the ball because Austin Stinson got hurt early in this game. Scampers for the touchdown and gives the Bears a 23-17 lead.
Well, he's that change of pace back for Houston County, and we haven't seen, like you said, we haven't seen a ton of him today. But man, oh man, he provided that burst. It was exactly what they needed. And that is now giving Houston County a 6-point lead, chance to make it 7 here.
Giving them that next man up lift with Stinson on the sideline. And Ludwig gone for the PAT.
Wow. Well, Houston County did not waste any time matching matching Brookwood's score there now, so they gave them the lead. Now they're up 7.
PAT brought to you by Eccles and Johnson. 73-yard touchdown run by Colin Anderson to put the Bears back on top.
Well, how is Brookwood going to respond here now? What a back and forth. Who wants it more is basically what this is going to come down to. You know, this is that early kickoff classic type game, and you can really tell here both teams really want this.
Ready to take your high school team's program to the next level? Game Day Preps is the total stat solution to elevate your program. Game Day Preps can easily track stats and records as they happen. Broadcast live feeds for fans, parents, and coaches to follow anywhere on any device with no signups. Generate detailed reports for players, coaches, and recruiters, and boost player visibility and refined team strategy. Get the competitive edge your teams need with Game Day Preps. Visit GameDayPreps.com to learn more or scan the QR code. So here you go. Hoko finds himself kicking off again, presented by Legacy Structures.
Now they do not have Tyson deep here.
They're going to short kick it to the 25, and a whistle blew while the ball was still in the air.
Which usually means some type of offside on the kickoff team.
And that's where the flag was dropped, right there at the 40.
Approachment, kicking team, 5-yard penalty. Replay the kick.
So now they have to kick from the 35.
So that will move the coverage units up. The kickoff return unit from Brookwood now. And they have an opportunity here to get some pretty decent field position to start this possession.
First ever meeting between these two teams, and Chad Nybert said, you know, when we told him Houston County was our opponent in the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic, his players said, we don't know who Houston County is. He says, but then after watching the game film, they quickly learned just how good their opponent was going to be on this Saturday afternoon. And it's lived up to that. It's been a great game.
Oh my.
Breaking out, got a chance here, got to beat the kicker. And he does. Down the sideline. That's going to be a long touchdown run. Our second kickoff return touchdown of the day as Jeremiah Brinson.
Hold everything. We got 2 flags on the play in 2 different spots, which would be.
And let me check that. They've got 2 number 8s on the roster, so I'm going to guess that's going to be Bryce Green on the return right there.
Oh, man. Don't tell me this is going to come back. I think it is, though, based on where the vicinity is. Now, there's a helmet down. A player for Brookwood's helmet came off, and that's laying on the 20-yard line.
With a flag sitting by it.
And then there's another flag at about the 50. So the officials are sorting this out right now, but even if this one of these penalties negates the return, what an incredible run and return that was.
Indeed, that was Bryce Green.
I mean,
let's see if we can catch the penalty.
Here's
right there.
Yeah,
well, there's one penalty.
Okay, so that's
on Hoko.
That's on Houston County, clearly. Now, where's the other penalty was about the 50.
Didn't see it.
We didn't see that in that particular shot there. But here comes the official.
Illegal participation. Brookwood. Player playing, continue to play without his helmet. It will be first down.
Oh, wow. That's a hard one right there. So he gets penalized for having his helmet knocked off.
What is he supposed to do? Lay down?
Take a knee. You got me. I mean, I get why the rule is in place. And this is not a criticism of the High School Federation. The rule is in place to keep kids from getting hurt. But to penalize a player like that and take away a touchdown, that's a tough call right there.
So now you've gone from a kickoff return for a touchdown to now you are going to have the ball at your own 10-yard line.
And get this, the player who had his helmet jammed off by the Houston County player who clearly got his hand up underneath the helmet and knocked the kid's helmet off. If anything, the penalty should have been on the Houston County player because he got up underneath his helmet and ripped it off. But
I've never seen anything like that.
Well, now you have.
Now I have.
Now you can say you have.
That's a head scratcher.
That's among the rules that I don't quite know that it's been thought all the way through. I'm saying, I'll watch the Houston. Here's the player who gets his helmet clearly knocked off by the Houston County player, but then he gets penalized because he got his helmet knocked off and he kept playing without his helmet on.
Ooh.
So if anything, it should be offsetting. I don't know.
Yeah,
But that would still erase the touchdown.
Oh, I feel for the kid. I feel for the I feel for Brookwood just in its entirety. I mean, I just understand if that's the rule, but that's frustrating.
Well, it's clearly not a fair rule for any player to have their helmet knocked off or ripped off and then get penalized. I understand if a helmet comes off because the player takes his helmet off. They initiated the rule partly for safety and partly because players started taking their helmets off on the field to show off.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand the intent of the rule, but obviously in this situation, how this whole thing played out is just unfortunate. So that's going to set up now, what, third down and about 2?
3rd and 2, you're exactly right, with the ball sitting on the 30.
Well, let's see how Brookwood plays this here. Obviously, their quarterback has done really well with his arm today, but they've got this all-pro back here that you feel pretty good about giving the ball to when you need 2 yards. And here he goes.
And he didn't get the 2 yards.
He did not.
Someone got in there and cut his legs out from underneath him, and it's going to be 4th down. He's slow getting up.
Well, this is going to give them some time to think about, too. How do you want to play this? 4th and 2 from your own 30-yard line.
You punt it.
Matt says unequivocally you punt, and I think that's exactly what Brookwood's going to do here.
Especially when you got a guy like Brady Palma who can punt it for you and flip the field. But hopefully, bigger concern right now is Braden Tyson, their All-State 4-star running back, slow getting up. Somewhere in the middle of that pile when he got cut down at the legs trying to pick up the 1st down. Now he's up on his feet, and that's a great. Now he's running off the field. That's even better.
Yeah, that's a great sign.
Switch your termite protection to Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. Breda's protected homes from termites for over 50 years. Protect your home with confidence. Breda, they handle bugs, and they handle critters. So 4th and 2 coming up.
And Brady Palmer is going to come into the game here. The sure-footed punter and kicker for Brookwood. And he's put a couple good ones out there so far.
Standing back at his 16-yard line, and Thomas deep for the Bears. Going to hit at the 33 and take a big Bronco bounce, and then Thomas fielded it on the hop and nearly lost it.
I mean, he made a good play, because if he let that go, clearly that ball, with the way that it looked, was going to bounce probably down closer towards the 10-yard line or whatnot. But always a little dangerous play you want to hold your breath on.
And Chris, we've talked about that this week covering the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic, and we've been a little critical of some of the kickers who let it bounce and not attack it and gave up a lot of yardage. So Thomas did. It is scary, but that's what you're getting paid to do, so to speak.
That's right.
You're paid to attack that ball and not give up 10, 15 yards on the bounce.
Well, and he sure-handed got it and got down, and they're going to start this possession now at the 23-yard line because of him
instead of the 10.
Right.
That was Colin Anderson on the carry again. Anderson with the 73-yard touchdown run earlier in this quarter to give Hoko the 24-17 lead. Clock winding down. I think they just want to run this thing out and
I think that's what they're doing here.
Finish out the third quarter. I think they can. Yeah, they're going to be able to do it without a penalty.
Yeah. So that's going to end the third quarter. Houston County got the lead here now, and let's see if they can go down and add to it here as we go into the fourth quarter.
36 minutes in the books. We've got 12 to go here at the Benz. A lot of fireworks in that third quarter. Who's going to win the fourth? Houston County Bears on top, 24-17 as we head to the final period.
Dang, where you get this car?
You need to join the union.
The union?
Absolutely. You can get 10 of these.
Union construction workers earn the highest wages with the best benefits and the most protection in the construction industry. Find your career in construction. Go to GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com and start your future today.
Great teams are committed, focused on the details, and work hard to be their best. From practice to games, right down to their gear. Your field is a critical part of the game that allows your athletes to showcase their abilities. Sports Turf is committed to bringing your team innovative sports surfaces with unparalleled performance. You bring the vision, our team brings it to life.
What happens after you graduate? Will you go to the next level? Will people have your back in the heat of battle? Will you still train like a champion in the pursuit of greatness? You will when you become an IBEW electrical worker. Join our team. Visit IBEW613.org.
You'll still have common days. Get caught in traffic during your commute. Overthink a text message. Get a song stuck in your head. This is not one of those days. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic is sponsored by Georgia High School Sports Daily, live weekdays at noon on the Peachtree Sports Network and Atlanta News First. Georgia's Rome Office of Tourism, where the rivers meet and the mountains begin. Inspired Landscape Solutions, the smallest details make the biggest difference. And by the Georgia Elite Classic, Georgia's largest all-star games.
Start of the fourth quarter at the Benz. Matt Stewart, Chris Millman heading toward a fantastic finish here in game 2 of 4 in the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic. Anderson gets the rock again. What a pick-me-up Colin Anderson has been for them since Austin Stinson went down with an apparent injury early in this ball game.
Yeah, they've been going to Anderson a lot here in this so far here in this second half, and obviously on their last possession, he's the one that popped that big touchdown to give them the 24-17 lead. But they've continued to go to him here a few times here already on this drive as well.
2nd down and 5. Bears have a touchdown lead, so now the ball is in their court. Let's see if they can try to put together a sustained drive here and burn some of this fourth quarter clock. Ball goes to Thomas. And Jeffrey Thomas up to the 38-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Nice throw by Ryan on this one here. Had a real nice delivery on the ball. Stepped up and delivered a strike. And Brookwood's defense has really got to get a stop here. Don't want to go down 2 scores.
Mathis goes in motion, swings behind the quarterback. Going to hand off instead. That was Javian Durham that time on the carry. Durham 7 carries now. That puts him up over 20 yards rushing for the game. 2nd down and 4. Ball sitting on the 43. Maxwell looks far side. Oof, man, kind of floated it out there a little bit.
And that was a long throw. He was throwing that ball from the left hash and throwing it all the way across the field. And that one just kind of felt like it was never going to come down, and it gave Brookwood a little bit of a chance to get their hands around it. Luckily, that wasn't intercepted.
Conciero was the target, and Day Pearson was on the coverage. The Rover, who's committed to Western Kentucky, picked the Hilltoppers over 11 other offers, including Western Michigan.
Big third down here, Matt.
It is. Maxwell pocket, now going to step up. Oh, going to go down. Quarterback sack. They closed on him fast. A big quarterback sack right there to bring up fourth down.
Well, they needed about 4 or 5 yards, and Ryan was trying to wait to allow his receivers time and just didn't have enough time. And unfortunately, for his sake, took a sack, and Brookwood did exactly what they needed to do there, and that's get the ball back for their offense. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the game.
Zion Preston got that quarterback sack for the Broncos, and now 4th and 8. And Ludwig on the punt, standing at his 26. Rugby style kick.
Ooh,
that's not a good kick.
He did not get what he was looking for on that punt.
And it bounces backwards on top of that.
Oh,
and it's picked up. This might go back.
Oh, it might.
Holy smokes.
Oh, my goodness. Brookwood catches a break. I don't think I've ever seen a play like that.
Ferris Ibrahim picked that ball up. It just started going backwards. He looked around, and there's nobody but the punter in front of him.
Oh, my gosh. Watch the replay on this. I mean, what a heads-up play here by Brookwood. It bounces the wrong direction. Brookwood picks it up. Gets by the punter. Oh, he got a little tangled the feet up with his teammate. My goodness.
Broncos have it at the 15 when we get back.
Don't go anywhere.
Peachtree Sports Network. Looking for some payback against Golden State? See all the big shots and star power here. Dream Valkyries, Sunday at 8:30 on Peachtree Sports Network. We're here for the walk-offs, the shutouts, the moments that make you nervous, and the ones that keep you coming back for more. No matter what your favorite Braves moment is, it happens here. Peachtree Sports Network. The Braves play here. This is the home of the GOATs. Friday Night Lights. And home of the Ballers. This is home of the Gamers. Peachtree Sports Network is the home of the Hustlers and home of the Speed Junkies. The Peach State plays here. Atlanta's home of live local sports is Peachtree Sports Network.
Okay, going back to one.
This industry is my life. The Georgia film industry feeds my children, and it feeds my dreams, which are two very important things. The film community is a real vital ecosystem. You can make a living in it in an incredible town.
Real jobs, real impact. Support Georgia Films. Visit whygeorgia.com.
Every time you watch a football game, you see something you've never seen, and Ferris Ibrahim ended up with the ball sitting in front of him, almost like a bag of money fell out of a plane right at his feet. And he takes it back to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. They try to tie it up. Tyson down to the 9.
Matt, I still can't get over that play. We've had a few plays in this game between penalties and plays that I've never seen before.
Yep. Indeed. They're now in the Ironworkers red zone, and it's 2nd down and 4. 5 is the line to gain.
Brookwood has got to get 6 points on this drive. I mean, at this point in the game, you can't come down here and get 3 when you're down 7. So you got to feel like this is 4-down territory.
2nd down and 4. Handoff goes to Tyson. Tyson's going to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Brookwood.
There you go. Exactly what they needed. Give it to your playmaker. Let him get out there in space with his feet. Go down there and score. And Brookwood has the opportunity now to tie the game with the extra point. Man, he's just awesome. He is just awesome.
21 carries, 195 yards and a touchdown for Braden Tyson today. And 0 negative plays. He has not had a negative rush the entire game. PAT is good. Brought to you by Eccles and Johnson. We're tied at 24.
Wow. What a fun game this has been. We've had, I hate to say this, but Game 3 and Game 4 today have a lot to live up to Game 1 and Game 2.
Absolutely. Our first game, St. Pius scored the winning touchdown with 3.5 minutes to play and beat Dunwoody 15-12. And here we have 8.5 minutes to go, and we're tied at 24.
Neither club is backing down. And I wouldn't be surprised here if Houston County answers. It seems like every time today that one team has answered the bell, then another team goes down and they answer, and it's really just been kind of a seesaw back and forth. They've all settled into the game now. The jitters are away. We're just out here, competing for our lives here against each other. So just over 8 minutes, Matt. I mean, there's loads of time left, for both teams here. So it's going to come down to who's going to make the wrong mistake at the wrong time here in these last 8 minutes.
And the kickoff is presented by Legacy Structures as Palma has it teed up and ready to go. And this will be returnable from the 1. And it is Jordan Smith again. And Smith gets tracked down and brought down at the 22-yard line.
Complete effort play. Just an absolute complete effort play there by Brookwood. Watch this.
Khalil Stewart, number 10, on the kick coverage to stop Jordan Smith.
He came in there untouched, and you could watch him that whole play, and he was just running with his on his absolute horse to go down and make it a heck of a play.
So now the Bears get ready to go back on offense. Offensive coordinator Kelly Chastain has them huddled up and ready to go. Great play by Khalil right there. First and 10 from the 22. Maxwell with the pocket, going to step up in it. Now he's going to try to run, and he's going to go down. Great closing speed by the Broncos on defense.
Well, there was a couple times I thought he was going to try to throw it and fit it in there, and then he thought better of it and decided to hold it down. Like he said, let me make a play with my legs, and unfortunately there was nothing there.
Jeremiah Brinson's had a heck of a game. That was Brinson who made that tackle. And nothing doing on that second down run right there. Jeremiah Brinson leading the way. 8 total tackles, 6 solo, and a TFL today.
Not a bad day at the office.
And this is a corner office. This is the good office, the big office with the corner view.
Ooh, Brookwood's going to have to burn
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Brookwood had to burn one of their timeouts there, Matt.
Could come into play. That's the first timeout used by either team here in the second half.
So they'll have that timeout. We'll come out of the timeout 3rd and 6.
Game Day Preps. Ready to take your high school team's program to the next level? Well, Game Day Preps is the total stats solution to elevate your program. Easily track stats and records as they happen. Broadcast live feeds for fans, parents, and coaches to follow anywhere on any device with no signups. Generate detailed reports for players, coaches, and recruiters, and boost player visibility and refine team strategy. Get the competitive edge your teams need with Game Day Preps. Visit GameDayPreps.com to learn more. Third down and 9 coming up for the Bears coming out of this timeout.
I think it might be a little shorter than that, Matt. It might be 3rd and about.
Oh yeah, it is
5, 6.
It is. Yeah, it's not 9. It's more like, you're right, 6 or 7.
Well, let's see what they do here. They're going to probably try to confuse Maxwell a little bit here with their coverage. Obvious passing situation here.
Maxwell, heavy rush. Throws, hit as he throws, and it is caught by Conciero, but he's going to be short of the first down at the 30.
He'll be short by about 2 yards. Oh, and we got an injury here on Brookwood.
Heavy rush. You saw Brinson get in there on him quickly and force him to step in the pocket, and he had to get rid of that ball in a hurry. And a man down, as you mentioned, for Brookwood, and that is Xavier Pfister, their defensive end. Looks like a cramp this time.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a cramp. So Brookwood's defense did exactly what they needed them to do there and basically force a 3 and out to get their ball back to the offense. And Houston County, with the ball in their own 30, even though it's 4th and 2, you think they would definitely have to punt here to get the ball back to Brookwood.
Timeout on the field, and we'll step aside while they tend to Pfister.
We know how important your pets are at Breda, so when Breda comes inside your home to treat, we don't spray baseboards at Breda. We target cracks and crevices only. We call it the Triple P process, precision placement of product. Can you imagine having pesticides on your baseboards? That's just not safe for you, your family, or your pets.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JATC provides apprentices with free training and careers that are stable and essential to the operation of the modern world. Both craft jobs and management positions offer lucrative pay with benefits as well as the stability of a growing industry. Skilled journeymen in the sheet metal industry are essential to our community now and in the future. Learn more about free technical training with no student debt at our website, careersinsheetmetal.com.
You'll still have common days. Get caught in traffic during your commute. Overthink a text message. Get a song stuck in your head. This is not one of those days. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Transform your outdoor space with Inspired Landscape Solutions Incorporated. With 34 years of expertise and a passion for innovation, we offer full-service maintenance, custom hardscape, outdoor living design, irrigation, lighting, and so much more. Whether you're envisioning a serene garden retreat or a vibrant outdoor entertainment area, we bring your dreams to life. Inspired Landscape Solutions, where creativity meets craftsmanship.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Dave Hunter Classic is sponsored by the Georgia Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors Association. CareersInSheetMetal.com, building a solid future. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office. Serve and protect through dedication, professionalism, and active cooperation with the community. Gordo's, Fiesta every day. The Georgia High School Football Hall of Fame, Georgia's best high school football tradition. And by the Rome Floyd Chamber. Opportunity awaits.
Back at the Benz, 4th and 2, punting situation here for the Bears. About to give up the ball with 7:03 to play in regulation. Tied at 24. Matt Stewart, Chris Millman. High snap, and he pulls it down. Great play by Ludwig.
Goodness.
Man, saved their bacon right there by snagging that ball out of the air. It was headed for the end zone. That was a bullet back there, and he saves it. And the Bears are going to down it at the 23. That was a near disaster for the Bears on special teams.
And still managed to get a good punt off, too. I mean, it was a great play by Ludwig. I mean, just the fact that he could jump up to grab that ball down and still manage to get a good punt off might have just saved the game for Houston County, to be honest.
And he redeemed himself, too. Remember, his previous punt was a very poor one that nearly turned into a touchdown for the Broncos and did result in them tying the game.
Yeah, great point there, Matt.
So 1st and 10 for the Broncos as they go back on offense at their own 23. And Gary Chapman in his first varsity start has been solid. 18 of 24 for 155 yards and a touchdown. And Bryce Green, the running back, gets slammed out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Well, that was interesting on that play. They handed it to Green and had Tyson on the field at the same time, and was using Tyson as a blocker for Green on that one. And typically you don't see Tyson very often being the one that's kind of leading the blocking in the run game. He's usually the one carrying the football.
Chad Nybrick says Tyson's a great teammate. He's very humble and very team-oriented. He doesn't want to get 30 carries a game unless, of course, they ask him to, but he's happy to get 15 and let his teammates get 15. Tyson right there rumbles out to the 36. That's his 22nd carry of the game today, and that puts him up over 130. I think I gave you the numbers earlier. They were not right. This is the right number. The 125 is where he is right now.
Well, I think there's a chance that might be coming back, Matt, because there is a flag down. And it's in the vicinity of holding. Let's see if indeed that's the call. And the linemen are walking back, so I think that is what the call is going to be.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
And Chris, when you get to this stage of the game and you have a penalty of that magnitude that puts you this far behind the sticks, that means you ultimately might have to kick the ball back to Hoko for a final possession.
Yeah, and so that your nerves are bad here right now if you're Brookwood, because now you are way behind the sticks and time's starting to become a factor. Time's ticking down now here, just under 6 minutes.
Ball back at the 17. Chapman going to hand off to Tyson, and Tyson bulls his way up to the 21-yard line.
So now that's going to set up a 3rd and about 13. And so, Matt, I imagine here on this play, you want to take a shot. Oh, but look at this. Chapman's coming out.
And so is Tyson.
Chapman's holding his left arm. So he's been banged up a bunch here today, and looks like he might have been banged up once again.
It's been his shoulder. It's been his shoulder that he hurt. And Hagelgen,
he's hurting.
One of their top wide receivers, moves from that position to quarterback here on a very important 3rd and 13. And they take Tyson off the field, too. Hagelgen back to pass, puts it up for grabs, incomplete at the 47-yard line. It's going to be 4th down.
No flags. So that's going to set up a 4th down. I mean, that's a tough situation to be put in, is that you're bringing in your backup quarterback on a 3rd and 13, which is you have to throw it this late in the game, but you have a receiver and a quarterback that don't have a lot of chemistry working together, and you just don't like your probability chances on that one on making that.
So Palma is on to punt, standing at his 6. And Thomas will drop deep for the Bears back at the 33. Palma is coming down in front of Thomas, hits at the 40. Wow, look at that. That's a 20-yard bounce.
Look at that.
It hit at the 40, ends up rolling dead at the 18.
One more time. Brady flips the field for Brookwood. I mean, great job by that young man. He's done a great job today. I feel like we've called his name quite a few times. For whether it be kicking, whether it be punting, and he pretty much just flipped the field entirely with that one punt.
He did. And so now with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in regulation, the Bears go back out there on offense.
Well, the question will be now for Brookwood is that if they manage to get the ball back again, who's going to come in at quarterback with the game on the line?
Not a bad first start for Ryan Maxwell. 18 of 24 for 155 and a touchdown. Of course, big shoes to fill in this Hoko program with Antoine A.J. Hill, the 4-star quarterback, now with the Memphis Tigers. We'll see Antoine coming back to Atlanta on September 6th when the Memphis Tigers play at Georgia State. Pass complete out there on the edge with some blockers out in front trying to set up a screenplay for Thomas. And he's got the first down.
Sure does. So they got a little bit of rhythm here with these first two plays. Obviously, clock-wise, with plenty of time for them, but they're playing with a little bit more of a little bit of urgency here.
So a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 30. Thomas in motion behind the line. Maxwell going deep, and it is incomplete. Flag out. Consiero the target. Julian Elzy breaks it up, but a flag out on the play, and Consiero is grabbing his right shoulder.
Well, watch here. Let's see. He didn't make a play on the ball.
Yep. Made a play on Consiero's body instead.
And made it kind of easy for the officials on there. And flags came in from 2 different officials, so clearly they both saw the same thing. So again, in high school football, you're not looking at a spot foul here. You're looking at a 15-yard. So that ball's going to be, their line of scrimmage was at the 30, so that this penalty will take it to about the 45. And obviously give them a first down.
Fortunately, doesn't look like Consiero is too banged up.
Pass interference. Defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
That DPI on Julian Elzy, a 3-star safety in the class of 2027, 17+ offers, including Georgia Tech and Georgia. So you can see he's highly prized
here in the state. Absolutely. Okay, so at 45 now, 4 minutes to go. Again, still plenty of time. For Brookwood's sake, you still have 2 timeouts in your hip pocket, so those will probably come in handy here at some point.
Yeah, and with the penalty, a fresh set of downs, so it's 1st and 10 from the 45. Maxwell comes this way with it, incomplete. A little dangerous there as the defenders were blowing up what was going to be a screenplay.
Yeah, that was very dangerous. That was another case of taking the snap from the right hash and throwing it across the field, and there was a couple defenders down there that were kind of lurking, so they're lucky that wasn't intercepted.
That was the first time they had targeted Jordan Perkins in the game. 2nd down and 10. Strong run by Javian Durham. Still moving, and finally the whistle blows after he picks up 6 on the play.
Great run.
Number 7 on the carry.
He'll check out of the game here now on 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Clock continues to move here.
8 carries, 30 yards for Durham today. It's 3rd down and 6. I don't think it's quite 6. It looks like more like 3rd and 4. Line to gain is the 45. Maxwell pass batted out of the air.
Well, they brought the extra rusher there, which took the quarterback off his spot, and luckily for Houston County, didn't result in any type of turnover, and he was able to get that ball away. But now what that's going to do is that's going to set up a 4th down and 4, and they are going to have to bring on the punting unit.
Sean Amico, number 11, with the near pass interception and the PBU as he swatted that pass out of the air. And again, the Broncos were able to bring an effective pass rush.
Yeah, and
Maxwell.
They've done that a few times today, where they have a couple of blitz packages in there that have confused Maxwell and that Houston County offensive line, and it's worked out in their favor a few times today.
Ludwig punts it away. Deep punt taken at the 8-yard line, and a fair catch was called. So that's where the Broncos will get it again with 2:55 to go.
Well, now let's see here on the quarterback situation here for Brookwood. Are we going to see Gary Chapman come back into the game, who's been, kind of fighting a shoulder injury here throughout the game here now? Had to come out of the last series is he going to be able to come out here?
They could really use him.
They really could. I mean, because right now you're going to have to go essentially 91 yards if you want to get a touchdown. Just under 3 minutes to play, 2 timeouts.
It looks like it's going to be Hagelden running the offense.
It is. Chapman still. You know, I think that last hit he took just really hurt his shoulder. He looked like he was really favoring as he was coming to the sideline. So he might be done for the day.
Tyson gets the handoff. Braden Tyson running hard up to the 17. 9-yard pickup for Tyson.
Well, now Brookwood knows they got to have a little bit of urgency with getting the play in and getting the call in. And oh no.
And remember, the Broncos have Brady Palma on their side, and he booted a 48-yard field goal earlier in this game.
That's right. So you have a real weapon there with your special teams, with your kicker. So, you know, with just under, you know, well, let's see, 2 minutes and 35 seconds now, you don't have to go and get a touchdown in this situation.
Nope.
And you got a kicker that clearly has got a little bit of confidence now too after booting that big one here earlier.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You don't have to go 88 yards here. You probably only have to go more like 55 yards here.
Yeah.
Hagelden throws it out to the far side. And that's going to be enough for the first down, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
That was like Jeremiah Jackson. And again, Jeremiah Jackson, remember, he had a touchdown that got called back on what was a penalty that still has a scratch in our heads. So that's Brookwood that have the lead right now.
So that type of throw that we just saw is kind of the throws that I would expect them to feel comfortable with given the situation and circumstances.
And Tyson gets gang tackled. Wow. Jacoby Bryant coming in there. Halston Jordan. Jacoby's a big fella.
He is. And we've called his name a number of times throughout this afternoon. He's made his presence felt.
So now it's 2nd down and 9. We're under 2 to go.
Yeah, clock continues to move here.
Tyson gets stonewalled. Weston Ard comes up there. Jace Jordan comes up there. And Jeremy Edwards comes screaming down the sideline, running in front of the official to call the timeout.
I love that timeout by Coach Edwards. So now, I mean, well, first off, they had all 3 in their hip pocket. So you burn one of them, it's going to leave you with 2.
Timeout.
But now you are 1 stop away here on 3rd and 9 from getting the ball back, and you're going to potentially get pretty decent field position with probably just under a minute and a half to go with the game tied.
Yep. And remember, again, Palma on the side of the maroon and gold there. I mean, he's flipped the field.
He does.
They were in this similar situation earlier in this half, and he flipped the field with a kick all the way down to the 18.
Yeah. So he is somebody that Brookwood has a lot of confidence in, as they should. Now, the real question here is, though, if you're Brookwood, with your backup quarterback in, who typically plays receiver, with it being 3rd and 9 with 1:40 to go, what is a comfortable play call in this situation?
Hand the ball off to Tyson.
Okay, and you're okay with that on a 3rd and 9 play deep in your own end?
There is Gary Chapman. They really wish he was in the game right now. He's had a fine outing, 7 of 15 for 120.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
Tyson's going to sprint out. And Hagelden's going to take a sack back at the 15-yard line. And there goes that Bears defense again. Zion Paul with the quarterback sack. And the Bears going to get the ball back.
Well, to credit Houston County, they brought a little bit of an exotic look to confuse the backup quarterback in there. And that play almost didn't have a chance from the get-go. So great call by the coaching staff over there at Houston County to put some pressure on that Brookwood offense, and that really, unfortunately, didn't really have any chance to materialize in anything positive for Brookwood.
Jordan Singletary, their defensive coordinator, with that play call, and now it's 4th and 12 and a timeout called by the Bears to keep the Broncos from burning clock before they punt. So they're going to get it back with some pretty decent time left on the clock. We'll check out how decent that field position is after Palma gets done working.
Well, this is when you need your punter again to come through for you one more time in a pretty big way if you're Brookwood.
How about these stats? I just clicked on the defensive stats for the Bears. Chase Jordan has 19 tackles today, 7 solo, 2 TFL. What a day.
I'd say that's a good way to start your 2025 season.
And 1.5 sacks on top of that.
Yeah, he's done okay today.
Been a good day. He gets an extra bag lunch on the bus ride home.
As
right?
he should.
Or another slice of pizza, whatever it is they have. Palma punting from the 5. And it's going to hit at the 50 and again. He's kind of specialized in that long 15, 20-minute roll.
He's got the bounce down. Good for him.
And Thomas does not come up and attack it. He did once before in the game and did it well on the hop. You run that fine line, and I don't fault those punt returners because I'd be scared to death to go up there and try to field a punt on the hop, but that's kind of the job.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, if somehow, some way Brookwood comes out on top here, you'd have to put the punter into consideration here for player of the game between his kicking and between his punting. I mean, he has significantly impacted this game.
Definitely special teams player of the game.
My gosh. I mean, you got to give this guy just a ton of credit.
So 1st and 10 for the Bears. They got 81 seconds left in this game. And they're going to hand it off to Anderson. Remember, he broke one free on a play not too dissimilar from that, a 73-yard touchdown run in the 3rd quarter. Now they hurry up.
Yeah, they're moving fast here.
2nd down, going to give it to Anderson again, and Anderson.
Brookwood knew what was coming. They were ready for it that time.
Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, and he only picked up maybe about a yard and a half on that. So now it's 3rd down. Clock is moving still. Now we're under a minute.
Clock runs under 45 seconds now. 3rd and 3.
Now Brookwood's calling a timeout.
Timeout. Brookwood.
That's an interesting timeout right there.
Yeah, you know, and the more I think about it, the more I actually don't mind it because it's 3rd and 2, but 3rd and 2, and you know they're right here at midfield, and you figure if you make this stop here, you're going to get the ball back probably with, you know, just under 30 seconds or so, and then you got a decision to make based on how the punt goes, if you want to take a knee and go to overtime or whatnot.
Well, Chris, I would flip it around another way. So often we think about timeouts only in the context of time management. They might have seen something out there defensively in their alignment compared to the Houston County offense and said, hey, look, we need to call a timeout and not get beat on a play right
now. Yeah, that's very, very true. Now, Houston County, well, both teams really now are sitting on 1 timeout each. So that's going to be an important factor here in this last 40 seconds of the second half. Now what? What's the deal here, man? I can't figure out what's going on here.
I can't either. There's no flag.
Now they're
illegal substitution. 12 men on the defense.
Oh no!
5-yard penalty.
So that gives them the 1st down.
Oh no! Coming out of a timeout.
Results: 1st down.
What's interesting though is I never saw a flag.
No, I didn't see a flag either. The whistle just blew.
Yeah. Got to drop the flag, too. That's part of the job. The whistle and the flag, they go together.
Oh,
so
man.
1st and 10, ball at the 48.
Now what?
Am I missing something? Do you see a flag?
No flag. Reset. They just reset the ball at the 48, I guess.
Okay.
But it says 1st and 10.
So Maxwell setting up the screen pass, goes to Durham, and Durham's down to the 44. Clock still runs. Hoko wants to save that final timeout in case they want to get the field goal unit on the field.
Well, they're bringing in some personnel changes, and now they're going to use that timeout.
Thought they might want to save it in case they needed to run the field goal unit out, but they practice this too. They practice the scramble, running the field goal kicker on and kicking the ball.
Clock operator, put 26 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they started to bring in a different personnel grouping on offense, which in the circumstances was a little perplexing to me because the clock is moving. You have one timeout. You would think that you just keep the same personnel grouping in and then you run another play or two to get yourself in position for this, what you hope is game-winning field goal.
Or if the personnel grouping is so crucial, just spike the ball.
Yeah, right.
Take a loss of down.
You picked up 7 yards on that first down play.
So we'll see what happens here. 2nd down and 4, 26 seconds. Ball sitting on the 45. They're probably, at least 15 yards, maybe need more than that to be in a good spot for Ludwig here. He's got a 22-yard field goal today. Maxwell's got time, fires, and nearly intercepted.
No flags.
Zaire Conway nearly came up with the pick, and now it's going to be 3rd down. 21 seconds.
Oof.
Great play by Conway.
It was.
Seat belted him too. Maxwell heaving deep, got a man out there, and it's caught, but was he out of bounds? They're going to rule it a catch at the 18-yard line by Mathis.
Man, that was close.
I think he might have been out of bounds.
I thought so too. That had to be super close. If he wasn't out of bounds, he was right up against it. Which now 14 seconds.
Bears in the Ironworkers Local 387 red zone. I would love to see that again. I thought he might have been out of bounds when he caught it, but the officials were right there and said he was in. Ball at the 17. Thomas in motion. Maxwell looking, firing, and it's caught. Touchdown Bears!
Wow. They had the perfect play call for that situation.
Jace Jordan, who has 19 tackles today, caps off his afternoon with maybe the game-winning touchdown catch.
Unbelievable. Well, give the quarterback, the young quarterback, credit. Ryan Maxwell delivered an absolute strike. Let's look
There's
at this.
The previous play, and I think, look, where's his foot? I think he's out of bounds.
Look at that.
I think he can't. I think he steps out of bounds when he catches that ball. But the PAT is up and good, and it is a 31-24 lead for the Bears. And there's the touchdown to Jace Jordan.
Unbelievable.
The electrifying play of the half, presented by the IBEW Local 613.
Well, you got to admire Houston County's fight to take the ball down the field like they did there at the end with the young quarterback, the sophomore signal caller, throws a strike, wills his team to win. I mean, we do have 7 seconds, and Brookwood has 1 timeout, and funnier things have happened.
And here's another look at that play that we had in question. Now, when he catches that, his foot is in bounds right there. So he's in bounds.
He's in one.
He's got one in.
He's got the 1 foot. Yeah.
He's got one in before he stepped out. So, yeah, I think it is. That's the right call.
Okay.
As we went back, and, of course, great job by the officials. They had to call it in live time. I had to see it a 3rd time to confirm it.
The second time we saw it, I thought you were right. I thought he had his foot out of bounds, but he did
step out, but he had his
right foot in.
Yeah, he had an establishing foot inbounds when he caught it. High school football, you need only one.
Right.
And so a 31-24 lead, kickoff by Legacy Structures. We're down to 7 seconds, and Tyson still on his feet. Better watch out for this.
No time
Tyson's
left.
going to get shoved out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and that's how this one is going to end with a 31-24 victory for the Houston County Bears.